top. And I doubt about it because we talked about the physical aspect of that team where we saw them being tired at the beginning, even at the beginning of the second half. And you will have on top of that to have England not being as well as they've been offensively. Otherwise, there is no chance to see, for me, United States winning against England.
You have to be willing, if you're the United States, you have to be willing to take pressure to England. Not necessarily, hey, go all out pressure, but when there are opportunities where you force England into areas where you can get numbers around the ball, then press England. Don't allow them to get comfortable. Don't allow them to be in a position in which they already feel superior coming into this match. Now you give them time and space, and now they're going to find the passes. Eventually, they build momentum, and they're too good for you. When we have seen England defending against Iran, who were very limited, they had some issues. So take those chances when you have the opportunity to do so. Not all the time, not like crazy. Organize pressure. Once you force the turnover, commit those numbers forwards and force England to defend.
Again, the United States getting an England team that scored 6 goals in their opener that comes your way this afternoon. KJ Maxx talking that other football this morning with Amber Wilson joining Key and Jay, ESPN Radio, ESPN2, ESPNU. The guest list starts at 6:45 Eastern with Rob Ninkovich, followed by Sam Acho at 7:15. Lorenzo Alexander, former Bills linebacker, at 9:10 Eastern, and Hall of Fame wideout Tim Brown at 9:30. Don't forget to stay tuned this hour for your chance to win $2,500 as part of the KJ Maxx 10K giveaway. Thanks for staying up all night. For producer Rachel Robinson and technical director Cam Ershrape, I'm Jim Basquil. KJ Maxx is next.
Coming up next, Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on
Everyone
ESPN
can boost
Radio
their digital confidence with NordVPN. All it takes is one simple click. NordVPN will block online trackers, hide your virtual location, and secure your devices from malware-infected files during downloads. It will also detect malicious websites. So catch the Black Friday deal for a 1- or 2-year plan at NordVPN.com and get 3 months for free. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. You know, changing your oil with a full synthetic oil like Pennzoil Platinum can help your engine get more miles. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP extended life oil filter for only $38.99. Get everything you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Did you hear about Taco Bell's apology? Yeah, they apologized for going too far with their breakfast. Like the naked egg taco and chicken biscuit nachos? It was too much. All you need in the morning is tasty, simple food. Like the breakfast crunch wrap. Fluffy eggs, melty cheese, sausage, crispy hash browns, wrapped in a...
7, Ask Dell.
When choosing a wireless provider, you're forced to compromise. But what if you didn't have to? What if you could get reliable service without a contract and save money? Introducing Total by Verizon, a new no-contract, no-credit check carrier for you and your family with plans starting at just $30 a month on America's most reliable 5G network. Total by Verizon is available at totalbyverizon.com and at retailers nationwide. Based on first-place rankings and RootMetrics first half 2022 5G assessments of 125 metros. Experiences may vary, not an endorsement.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job postings should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC.
1877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Yes, it does. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. A little bit of a different morning on the Fanatic today. A little bit of a different day. The day after Thanksgiving. A lot of people take the day, just a chance to hang out with family, relax. So that's I mean, we won't call them that, even though we believe that about them. We will not call them that. Ray Dunn's running the board, so he's being Egan today. Connor's sitting in Bob's chair. Whether or not he has broken wind yet, we do not know.
I have not.
And I hope not to find out, because he can't smell, if you remember, if you know the show. And Haley is doing the amazing work of Heavy Chevy and Connor today in order to prove to management, which is a dangerous thing around here, that she can do both jobs. And then, so this is something that's a little risky for Heavy Chevy and Connor today, that Haley's back there and she's being a boss.
I'm sure she'll do a great job, but I feel comfortable that I will still be sitting there come Monday.
Ray, that's bold and beautiful. I mean, he's feeling a little cocky today.
I think she'll do fine.
I think she'll do perfectly fine. She's a boss. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
she is in there and taking care of business today. So how was Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was good. Thanksgiving's always low key for me because my extended family lives very far away. Like the closest are like 6 hours away, so we don't ever see them. So, just low key. Just went with my mom. Had some dinner, and then went home. But
Your brother didn't come too?
No, he was with his girlfriend down the shore, and we were gonna go there, and it was a 2-hour drive both ways. And I was like, I gotta work. I'll see him. We'll do our own Thanksgiving on Saturday.
Oh, you will?
With
everybody.
Okay. Yeah. So.
How does mom feel about not being with her baby boy on Thanksgiving? She doesn't care?
No, we're not a huge holiday family.
So you're not?
No.
Ray, I mean, were you with the ladies' family and your family?
No, just my family for this Thanksgiving. We went separate ways for Thanksgiving.
Okay, good.
Still young, yeah. Still.
You're still young, and you're right. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to have to be doing the split Thanksgiving yet. There's no ring on it.
We're doing like she came over for a couple of days this week. See my family. I'm going over there over the weekend, so we'll see the families. We'll do the little celebration, but not the together holiday for today.
It's just not the way it goes. Haley was down the shore visiting her family. She saw some harrowing rides home last night from people on the roadways. It's a dangerous night. Wednesday night is too.
Yeah, for sure. Shouldn't be driving if you don't have to be.
I seriously do not understand it. Like, I would say, like I always say to my own child, you're on dad's Uber account for a reason. Use it. Don't ever get behind them. Don't ever get into someone's. She didn't have a car at college. I'm like, never get in someone's car. If anybody has been in any way enjoying themselves, get in an Uber and meet them where you're going. Do not risk it.
Yeah, it's
do not risk it. I lost a very good friend in a drunk driving accident, and he was not the drunk. And to me, it's just always freaked me out. It's just always been something that is in the back of my head. You know, I love rideshare.
Yeah,
I like rideshare very. I will be the king of rideshare when I'm older. I'll be like, dude, my mom learned it a little bit, and then you got to learn these things.
They did strand me. Rideshare did strand me Thanksgiving Eve. So
they did.
Right now, I'm in a little bit of.
Was it like a peak thing, or were they screwing you?
I did not.
It was Wednesday night. I bet
Wednesday
they were
night.
Peak, right?
Absolutely peak. Did not even get connected to a driver. Multiple different apps used, so I'm not blaming any singular ride-sharing app.
Wow.
But I never got connected to a driver. Shout out my brother for coming out and grabbing me in the wee hours of the morning.
Couldn't just jumped on SEPTA?
No, I was home.
You were
I was
home.
Yeah. Oh.
out
If it
in
was
the-
Philly, if it was Philly.
Out in the
Yeah, if it's Philly,
burbs.
just walk.
You were out
Yeah,
in the burbs.
Take the bus.
Wait a minute, could you in the burbs? Could you said everybody was out in your hometown.
Correct.
Okay. Nobody you knew that was out could have dropped you by your house?
Everyone that I knew that was out had been indulging and had made previous
See,
plans.
so that's real.
So I'm being
good.
safe.
Hey,
I'm being safe.
good. I like that.
See,
Ray, we're
I learned
learning
something.
You learned. Hey, Bradford White Water Heaters are here for the Pro. Bradford White with you today. We will be, Haley will be available to take your call all morning long if you want to jump in on any of the conversations we're having. But we appreciate you being here this morning. We really appreciate you being part of the family of the show every day that you wake up with us, listening on the app and otherwise. I guess Dee and Tyler are in for Anthony.
That's correct.
And Ray, you will work a double.
That's right.
You'll work back to back. So, Connor, you're moving up the ladder then.
I guess so. Or down. Depends how you look at it.
Look, you're sitting in Bob Cooney's chair today.
That's true.
I'd say you've moved up the ladder a little bit.
That's true, but they're asking me less and less to work the doubles because Ray's come in and Tom Alvord does some of that stuff
Matt
as well. Yep.
Manaric, you got it all set, so you're all set.
Yeah, appreciate it, Ray.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
Hey,
I'm
no problem.
I'm going to enjoy my nap today.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Head right home.
Well, the nap will come during U.S. England, right?
No.
No?
No, I'm going to be zoned in for that game. I'm going to go out. I will be at the bar at 1
That
p.m.
doesn't make you nod off? You think it's going to be a great match today?
Absolutely. It's going to be awesome.
This is where Connor, and we'll get into it later. This is where Connor pulls the it's Kentucky Derby Day. And there's a phenomenon in the United States where once a year everybody pretends that they like horse racing. And everybody's like, "Oh, the Derby's on today. We got to go to the Derby party."
I follow the Premier League. I'm a Liverpool fan.
But you're not thinking this match today. Is this not would this be comparable to the Bills playing the Jaguars?
Yeah. Sure.
Or the Bills playing the Texans? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So but it's like just because there's a red, white, and blue element?
Are you really going to sit there and tell me that in a matchup between England and the United States, with the United States huge underdogs, you can't see the USA taking out England in an underdog matchup?
I do not.
Because I kind of believe that's happened.
It did happen.
Happened before.
That did happen. It's been a long time since I've taken a history class,
so
but that did happen.
We're due for it to happen again in a couple hundred years.
I do not believe a soccer ball was involved.
You don't know that. None of us were there.
Can you imagine letting a founding father know we're going to compare what they're doing to a soccer game at 300 years?
Risking their lives.
You could argue that today's game might be more important for the history of this country.
There's a compelling argument there, and we're going to get to that.
It'll be a fun game.
Liv going to me the other day, goes, they have the soccer promo on, I guess, where they're all like sitting around the table and everything. And she goes, "Those dudes are all so manicured. They all look like they're waxing their eyebrows and everything like that." She's more of a baseball football player, like that,
different
type
look.
of thing. She goes, "It looks like they're
long on the top,
very European."
Yeah,
very European looks. No, it's the United States game today, right?
Wow,
it's our game today, right?
I don't know.
It's gonna happen today, right?
Let's see who shows up.
It's soccer. We're not calling it football.
If we win, soccer.
That'll be great.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, that should be on the line today. If the U.S. beats England, from now on in this country, we should refer to it only. There shouldn't be these soccer elitist snobs that call it football.
Yeah.
They should just have to call it soccer.
And it's a field, not a pitch.
Exactly.
Yes.
So today, that's on the line. We call it soccer. We call it a field from this point on.
These are the fun games, though, because you have nothing to lose. And England cares so much more, and you're just like, you just get to play
it's the
spoiler.
truth. You're absolutely the truth on that one.
It's fun. We beat them. We're going to absolutely rip the whole country apart.
All right. Well, the NFC East and the NFC race are really, I think, now in clear focus after yesterday. And I don't believe anything went the way the Eagles would have wanted it to go yesterday. There was, I mean, to me, there was nothing that went the Eagles' way yesterday because it would have been much better. And we talked about it the other day. It would have been much better if we had seen the Dallas Cowboys lose to the Giants because you have two opportunities to beat the Giants yourself. And I don't know. I'm going to tell you this. If I'm a Giants fan this morning, I'm waking up and saying, wait a minute. We can't tie ourselves to Daniel Jones long term. We just can't. I can't give Daniel Jones $25 million a year. They will not win with Daniel Jones. They're not going to win. They're 7-4 this morning.
Right.
They're in the playoffs this morning. I still think that could end up slipping away from them. They play the Commanders next week. That could end up being a problem. Commanders are one game behind them now. I mean, that could end up being an issue. They can't win with Daniel Jones.
No, and I don't think that's breaking news to anybody besides fans in New York who really jumped on the Daniel Jones bandwagon this year. But prior to this year, it was, will they give him another chance? What's the contingency plan? And, yeah, they had a hot start to the year, but I don't think we're under any false impressions of what Daniel Jones is.
But they have to make the decision this year.
Right, and they're going to, we hope, make the wrong one.
Which is re-up, correct?
Correct.
Is that the Ray you see that as
Yeah, I'm not signing up for any more Daniel Jones. I think you're being held back entirely by that. He's right there with the underwhelming Matts, Zach Wilson, and Cooper Rush when it comes to yards per passing play. That's what you're comparing him to. I'm not locking any of those guys up for $25 million right now, unless you're at, what Matt Stafford gave the Rams.
But if you're the Giants, and you're going to end up with I would consider probably a middle of the pack to maybe 20th draft pick. You're not getting top quality. There's not top quality out there. So what are you doing? Are you going and trying to sign a Jimmy Garoppolo in free agency?
Maybe.
Are you trying to go and because they have to know you cannot sign that contract with Daniel.
Correct. I'm monitoring the Lamar Jackson situation in Baltimore very closely. If I'm them, I don't know, and I don't know if there's a middle round guy that they like coming out of the draft because. We look at the top guys in a really, really quarterback-heavy draft, and we say, okay, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, go get one of these guys. But then every year there's some guy in the middle rounds that shows a little bit of potential, that pops a little bit, that could be the guy. So maybe you don't have to be up there. But either way, I think restarting is a better option for the Giants, even if they're getting a middle-round quarterback, a second or a third-round guy, than paying Daniel Jones a bunch of money and committing yourself to 4 years of just mediocrity.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way I look at it right now is you can't do it.
Yeah, you can't build a team around investing $25 million in Daniel Jones because he's not anywhere near the reason for your success right now.
But what if Daniel Jones leads them to the playoffs?
You say it all the time. Wins aren't a quarterback stat. This isn't like
no, that is the truth.
7 wins.
No, I get it. But if you taste the playoffs this year and you're Brian Daboll and the Giants as that fan base, and he says, no, I'm going to trash it and we're going to go with another quarterback next year, I would think the fan base is like, oh, gosh, is that going to work?
I think that Brian Daboll has enough stock based on what he's done with the team this year to be able to say that. If that's what he wants to do, they love him up there.
They do.
And
they should, by the way.
Right, exactly. I think he's a really good coach, and that's a problem for the NFC East in the future. And I think that the Giants are finally in a place organizationally where if they make that decision that seems a little bit difficult, the fan base will trust them because of what they put together this year. And I think if the chips are down, your average Giants fan knows that Daniel Jones isn't the answer. So, yeah, you could sell it. It's a slight step back, but, man, sometimes you have to do that to compete in the NFL. The middle ground is the place you do not want to be.
I'm going to tell you right now that before they play the Cowboys on Christmas Eve, the Eagles if the Eagles go 3-1, they win this division, and there's no question in my mind, it is absolutely a completed division. You've got it. You got it in the palm of your hand. You trip up in one of these games and make it 2-2 over the next 4, it gets a little dicey.
Yeah.
Things get dicey in the division.
And 3-1.
You're still 2 games up on the Cowboys this morning, even though it's just 1 win. You still have that head-to-head matchup. You've already beaten them. And if you take care of the Packers on Sunday night, you're 2.5 up.
Yeah, but 3-1's a tall task right now, regardless of the Eagles.
Packers, Titans at home.
Yes.
Giants,
Titans
Bears on the road.
Giants.
I don't think it's. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now. If you think this team's winning in January, 3-1 should be absolutely. They go 3-1.
Depending where that loss is, though, is also another question of how good you feel. Because if that 3-1 includes a loss to the Giants.
Because you cannot have another. You do not want the loss to the Giants,
right?
And Ray, but the thing is, though, if you lose, you also get another conference loss, and that's one of the things right now to look at too. Is Dallas has 2 conference games left. They're 7-3 in the conference. The Eagles are sitting there 5-1 in the conference right now. You've got to keep the conference losses at 1 going into the Dallas game, going into the game at Texas Stadium on Christmas Eve. As long as if you win your next 3 conference games, Packers, Giants, Bears, you can go into that game and Dallas can do whatever they want. And you say, okay, all we got to do is win Saints and Giants.
Right.
We're fine.
And you should take care of the Saints, no problem. Like, the road is there still easily for the Eagles to win the division and win the NFC. But this is where it gets a little tricky because missteps, because the Cowboys are so close to you and because you have fewer and fewer games, missteps start to hurt you at this point.
AFC better than the NFC? NFC better than the AFC?
Whew, wow.
I think I'm going to tell you right now, I think the NFC, I'm going to tell you right now, the NFC is better than the AFC. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of there's more dangerous teams. It's going to be, to me, it's going to be the Bills or the Chiefs.
Right. The 2 best teams in football.
Most likely.
You could argue the 2 best teams of football are in the AFC if you still believe in the Bills like that. I don't, but
I do not after watching that game yesterday again, and I'm trying not to. I'm looked at the Vikings game, the Lions game.
Right.
I mean, excuse me, Vikings game, the Lions game yesterday. I don't see them as. I don't see them the way other people see them.
Yeah, I don't know what Josh Allen's elbow has to do with any of that, though, and if that heals, if it makes them a different team. But, yeah, largely the NFC, if you look at the whole of the conference, is the better conference.
Better, Ray? Better?
Yeah, I think I'm leaning NFC. Like, my gut immediately, it's, AFC, you got the Chiefs.
How many
and the Bills,
teams can win the Super Bowl in the AFC?
2.
2, yeah.
Okay, how many teams can win the Super Bowl in the NFC?
2.5.
I'm going.
I think 49ers could. I think Eagles could. I think Cowboys
4.
could. See, that's the way I would
Eagles,
judge.
Cowboys, and if the Niners stay healthy, put it all together, there's just so many skill players in that team that have gone down. The CMC history, the Kittle history, the Debo consistently questionable.
The Vikings aren't in this conversation anymore?
I think they're in the conversation, but something about me always makes me doubt the Vikings.
I get that. History would tell you you're right, and Kirk Cousins would tell you you're right.
He looked good last night.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they have the one misstep against Dallas, and they have the loss to the Eagles, but other than that... And
so they've lost to the 2 best teams they've played.
Exactly. And now,
except the Bills.
They got smoked in those 2 games, too.
Yeah, exactly. They got handled. Eagles prepare to face the Packers Sunday night. And here's how I'm just going to start the conversation with you guys this morning. I am so confident that the Eagles are going to go out and manhandle Green Bay. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. But I felt the games I felt very confident in this year, they've done well in. So I have a feeling I had no worries going into Minnesota at all. And there was a lot of anxiousness about that. I had no worries going into the Dallas game, leading into it. None at all. I feel the exact same way about the Packers. In fact, I feel more about the Packers, that the Eagles are going to go out on Sunday night and just, I'm not talking about a 37-10 domination, but just control the game beginning to end.
Yeah, why?
I think you've got 2 ships sailing in different directions. I think also that this is a Green Bay team that, to me, it's not the good chess match. And later on, Ray wants to talk about the chess match between the Cowboys and the Eagles when that comes up. But to me, what Green Bay would have to do to beat the Eagles, I don't think they can do.
Okay.
They'd have to run it. I think they'd have to run it 40 times.
Right. And
I don't think that worked. I think
Aaron Jones
it worked.
Have a day that does that? Where he goes for 130 and
not against his team right now. No. Because they don't even have the threat. Taylor Heineke, I think, had more weapons than Aaron Rodgers has.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is the weapon.
He is.
And I don't care about the broken
But he
thumb.
has to throw. But he has to throw it.
Yeah.
Like where Taylor Heineke, you know what I mean? To me, it's like Taylor Heineke had more guys that could get open.
Right. Yeah, McLaurin is better than anybody offensively on that Green Bay team. He's incredible.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
And by the way, I've been slow to come around to that.
Yes.
I was not a quick
anti-Terry?
No, I was not an anti-Terry McLaurin, but I would hear people talk about it, and I'd be like, "Come on, you're making him out to be like he's approaching that, sort of like not elite receiver,
but he's
category,
in like the second tier.
Oh yes, he is.
Yeah. And with a better quarterback, any better quarterback situation, I think he's probably even closer on that fringe of the elite guys, where you're starting to put up numbers. Hey, this guy actually might be something that the rest of the league, if he had a quarterback, would be concerned about week in and week out.
And I think Jalen Hurts is going to have lots of wide open people on Sunday night.
Does the weather bother you at all?
With the rain?
Yes,
little rain.
A little rainy.
Yeah, but I don't know when the rain exits. I think it rains earlier than later, if I'm not mistaken. Nah.
If we've learned anything from the weather this season,
it's been bizarre.
We're going to hear one thing the morning of, and then something totally different's going to happen. So who knows? I think that you want ideal conditions if you could pick, because you're going to be better in the air than the Packers are. But
yeah, I would say that right now, and I guess we'll send Egan picks later. I'll have to send Egan a pick. Right now, I'm feeling this game has a 31-17, 31-14 written all over it. I do not think we are sweating the outcome of Sunday night's game. And the fact that I'm so confident, like I felt going into the Dallas game, people were like, or going into the Minnesota game, you're so confident. And I was like, that's just how I feel. I absolutely feel more confident of this game than I did on both of those.
Wow.
And neither one of those ended up being a contest.
And you've been spot on with those this year. When you feel really good about that.
I feel incredibly good about this game.
Yeah, I think it's closer, and I don't think the Eagles score as much because the offensive lack of output the past couple weeks has kind of scared me. But I could see 24-17. I could see, and not looking as close as that score. Just I don't see the 30-plus coming from this Eagles offense right now.
How about I'm going to tell you, I think they're more likely to score 37 than they are 21.
You're super
you're
confident.
seeing something in this offense.
I just feel like there's a ticking time bomb. They're ready to have that sort of breakthrough. I'm saying 31, but my guess is they're more like, I would say if you told me the Eagles are going to score 21 or the Eagles are going to score 37, I am absolutely putting the cash down on 37. That if I knew the Eagles' final score is going to be one of those numbers, I am absolutely putting my number down on 31.
So you're seeing like a Denver game from 2017, where it's just like you come in with a team.
Well, that game was 51.
No, I know, but you come in with a team that was good and still has some good elements to them, but you know they're not really that good of a team, and then you just throttle them.
And the Eagles just throttle them. Yes.
Like,
I think
that'd be cool.
I think we're smiling Monday morning. But
I will be anyway.
You and I tend to be happy people. You know, we tend to not do the moody thing in the morning. Ray came in this morning like totally just, he's ready to go. He's
refreshed,
he's ready,
after the holiday, feeling good.
You sleep? How much did you sleep though?
Not a ton.
Last night you were having you were having a problem about going to bed at the hour you tried to go to bed?
Yeah, I was like, I'll probably be in bed by 10. Try and get some sleep, and my body's just not programmed that way.
Your body would not. What is usual shut off time for you?
Oof. Closer to midnight if I'm calling it early. I'm a night owl, so I can kind of go
so you are
night.
a night owl.
Yeah. So
that's why you're a Temple man.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they're the Owls.
I was in bed by 7:30 last night.
See, that's crazy to me. Like, okay, I can't fall asleep at 7:30. You know what I could? No. If I got up at 4 a.m, like we do to do this show, did the show, went right to a golf outing, had a couple adult beverages maybe and played golf, a meal, came home, I could absolutely fall in bed at 7:30. I could not. On a normal night, I cannot.
Yeah, I can fall asleep anytime, anywhere.
The nap I can.
Yeah.
But not go to bed.
It's 6:22. I could be asleep before we finish this segment.
Do you nap in your bed?
Yes.
I do not nap in my bed.
I nap everywhere. Couch, bed.
I do not go into my bed to nap. I go to the Kincade and sleep on a couch.
Gotcha.
Like, I cannot do that.
I'm a big couchman when it comes to naps.
Yes.
I can nap anywhere, but the couch, there's a certain couch in my apartment that there's a good chance you'll find me asleep.
Good nap couch?
Yeah,
well, you're not allowed to sleep during this show, Ray. That is against the policy. Are we going to pretend that an extra 12 to 18 games without Bryce Harper doesn't matter? Is that what we're going to do? We'll talk about it next. Day after Thanksgiving, you're hanging out with the John Kincade Show. We appreciate you being here. And I want to remind you that Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. You can schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
Wow, getting drunk in the morning.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Football Fridays on The Fanatic are presented by Pump Man Philly. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer. Yep, That's me, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. People ask, what does this mean, I hate Steven Singer? Well, most other jewelers love to sell diamond studs that are cheap. They have a name for it, frozen spit. I'm serious. That's what other jewelers call their own products, frozen spit. Can you imagine buying a cloudy diamond that's milky color? Oh my. Buy real diamonds from a real jeweler. Steven Singer Jewelers, who backs up every diamond with a real lifetime full trade-in value. The best money-back guarantee in the business. Here's why. Other jewelers hate our beautiful Anita diamond studs because ours are 100% eye flawless and near colorless. Beautiful stuff. They come complete with our 14-karat safety silicone backs, so she never has to worry about losing them or outgrowing them, because our diamonds are such nice quality that we offer everyone a lifetime upgrade. You can trade in your Anita diamond studs and get exactly what you paid for them. I wish I could trade in my old iPhone and get what I paid. Visit me, the real Steven Singer, at the other corner of 8th and Walnut, or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. One place, one price.
If you've got an IRA or 401k, I got bad news for you. Hi, this is Joseph Abundante, best-selling author from right here in the Philadelphia area, and I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Retirement Income Mastery. The IRS wants you to think these qualified plans are the best way to save for retirement. They give you a tax break when you contribute. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Qualified plan could be a tax disaster when you retire. With over $30 trillion in debt, taxes are already going up. Imagine paying a top tax rate of over 90% like in the 1960s. There is a better way. It's an alternative the wealthy use that often beats your IRA and 401k. It's been around for years. Your money grows tax deferred, and when done right, has no taxes in retirement and no income taxes when you die. Plus, you grow your money potential double digits with no risk of losing money from market crashes. When the market tanks again, you lose nothing. Call Joe Abundante at 1-800-207-4545 to get a free copy of my book and talk to a specialist to protect yourself from crashes and taxes. No credit card required. Call 1-800-207-4545. That's 1-800-207-4545.
Fall is upon us, so it's that time of year again to consider replacing your old, drafty windows and doors before another cold winter season rolls in. Hi, it's Ricky Bowe, and when I need a company to help me with these home projects, I turn to the experts, my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Act now and receive 20% off all windows and doors. Plus, Guida will allow you to start your project today with no money out of pocket and take up to 3 years to pay it off, interest-free, once the job is expertly installed. So you'll be able to start enjoying all the benefits of new, highly energy-efficient windows and doors, including an increased comfort level of your home and lowered monthly energy bills, while taking advantage of 20% savings and having the luxury of paying off your project with 0% interest-free for up to 36 months. But you must act now. This offer is for a limited time only. Restrictions apply. For full details, call Guida today to schedule a free, no-obligation in-home estimate at 1-877-GO-GUIDA or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's GoGuida.com.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is my go-to when betting on the NFL this holiday season. Let me tell you why. Because of the same game parlays that I have so much success with, easy and fast payouts that as soon as I win, bang, I look up into my right corner, it's right there, and the player prop options are so cool. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Check this one out. Right now, everyone can earn up to a 100% boost with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. Buffalo is in their new home at Detroit. New York travels to Dallas, and New England takes on Minnesota. 3 really good games. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, place a same-game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, player props, point totals, and more. The more legs you add, the bigger the boost, the bigger your shot to win big. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code FANATIC. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code FANATIC. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. Bonus issued as free bets. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. 10-plus leg requirement for 100% boost. Deposit, parlay, and wagering restrictions apply. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Today, the biggest World Cup showdown kicks off on Fox. Christian Pulisic leads the Stars and Stripes.
What can this kid do?
Against the unstoppable Harry Kane and global powerhouse England.
What a night!
Team USA face their toughest test of the tournament with everything on the line and a chance to shock the world.
It is magnificent!
USA, England. Coverage begins today at 1 Eastern on Fox.
The life of a Philly sports fan is a wild ride. Some years we fly high. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game. Shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on SEPTA. On the way to the tailgate, coin toss, and kickoff, the Broad Street line takes us from home to home field, and this season home free thanks to Bet Parks. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home. Sponsored by Bet Parks at iSEPTAPhilly.com.
Yo, Philly, it's time to get goated at PhillyGoat.com, the world's greatest online store for Philly apparel. Don't settle for the same old merch everyone else wears. You deserve better. Go to PhillyGoat.com and wear your Philly pride on your sleeve. Literally, whether you love the birds, the fightins', water ice, scrapple, or soft pretzels, we got a joint for that over at PhillyGoat.com. So head to PhillyGoat.com and use code FANATIC for 15% off. Don't let people think you're from Dallas. Shop at Philly Goat. Go Birds!
We interrupt your regularly scheduled brake squealing for this breaking news bulletin. Right now, get 50% off brake pads and shoes at your local Meineke Car Care Center. For tires, brakes, batteries, exhaust, and more, trust Meineke. Doing car care right.
Win a pair of tickets to Anthony Gargano's Feast of the Seven Fishes presented by Baroni Fini Wine. Join the Fanatic crew at Joe Canals Lawrenceville Saturday, December 3rd from noon to 1 p.m. For details, visit the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. Get more kicks out of every World Soccer match with FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge. Now's the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot. New customers get $125 in free bets, guaranteed, when you place your first $5 bet. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app using promo code BOB. It's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Then bet on everything from the money line to goals scored to corners. FanDuel even lets you combine bets for a chance at a bigger payout with a same-game parlay. You'll get paid your winnings instantly. Don't miss your chance to get $125 in free bets, win or lose, when you join FanDuel with promo code BOB. Make every moment more with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
21 plus in present PA. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You know we really like you when you listen on the radio, but we love you a little bit extra when you take us with you after your ride on the 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on the Fanatic. Now, Connor is a Drexel basketball fan from what I've heard, but Temple fans, like Ray and I, know that head coach Stan Drayton and the Temple football team will battle ECU on Saturday at 1 o'clock at Lincoln Financial Field. And tickets for kids on game days are only $10. Visit alstix.com.
I'm a fan of who's ever paying me.
Yes.
That's
you're a Drexel Dragon. I've heard you're a Drexel Dragon.
I'm a Washington College Shoreman.
Yeah, but you're a Drexel Dragon.
Sounds like a Drexel guy to me.
Sounds like he picked sides. Sounds like he picked sides and he's a Drexel guy. That's the way he is.
You need some other city school represenation here.
It is. He's Drexel, so he's our Drexel guy.
I know some Drexel people. Yeah.
Okay, who are your Drexel people you know?
I just have friends that went there.
Your friends who went to Drexel?
One or two people that I know from like high school.
I got to tell you, though, is Drexel, during the whole process, Drexel made a strong push for Liv. And it sort of came out of left field. That's a really, really good school.
Don't they do those weird trimester things?
Yes.
They do.
No, but that's good, though.
Why is that good?
Because they get to work for one of the trimesters. You get to actually work in the field you want to work in.
Oh, that's cool.
And one of the things that they were really honest with us with is that a lot of the kids, the first time they do the trimester, end up changing up what they think they want to do for a living, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because everybody needs to know these things.
It sounds too much like something out of Harry Potter to me. Oh, we're coming back for a trimester. So, no, I'm good on that.
You don't like that?
Just give me 2 semesters and I'm out of there.
Quick, he quits there on Drexel.
See, you just quit on Drexel. See, Liv went to...
I didn't go there.
Liv's high school was trimesters. So she started in 7th grade. They start high school in 7th grade. And it was trimesters. And I think that's awesome. First trimester was last week of August to the week of Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving week, you were off. You was done your first trimester. You came back from the Thanksgiving week. Second trimester began. That led you to the first Friday of March. Then you had your spring break. Then you did your third trimester. That was a great breakup of the year. Like to be able to do that.
I guess. I don't know. I like the 2 semesters. Make it easy.
I think we did quarters.
You did quarters? I did quarters in high school.
Yeah. High school.
Oh, yeah. College
in high school as well.
Semesters. Should clarify that.
Ray's got to get me started here because I'm putting together my first syllabus for my class, which begins January 18th. I'm so excited. Ray knows like every single person in my class, I would bet.
People forget. I was at Temple.
You were just
a few
recent.
months ago.
Yeah, you know probably every single person who's taking my class.
Are you going to be able to hand out discipline? Can you give like demerits and stuff like that? What is your power as a professor?
You could just say, could you leave my classroom if you're going to be a pain in the ass? You can leave. You can leave.
But there's no permanent record. Are you going to pull out this is going on your permanent record?
No, I can't do that. Okay. It looks like a cool group of individuals from what I've been told.
Should be a good group. So I've heard some names. Should be a fun time.
So it should be a good time. So don't miss superstar Debbie Gibson in her Winterlicious holiday show, Saturday, December 3rd, Rivers Casino in Philadelphia. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. As Connor sort of smirks there a little bit at the Winterlicious idea, Debbie Gibson song. Dre, Debbie Gibson song.
Pass.
Connor Thomas.
Don't look at me. Does she sing country music? Other than that, I don't know.
Debbie Gibson was hot in like late 80s.
I would say I remember the late 80s.
Out of the Blue was one of her big hits.
Nope.
Only in My Dreams?
Maybe.
Sounds like something.
Only in My Dreams.
Nope, I was thinking
as
of
real
like,
as it may seem.
No.
It was only in my dreams.
If I say yes.
Debbie Gibson, by the way, gorgeous. Gorgeous
I feel
lady.
like I might have
heard
that
song.
On that song.
You've heard that song. You have absolutely heard Only in My Dreams.
I don't think I have.
In fact, Ray, find it if we don't have to pay for it. Find it. See if you can say so we get it. Are we going to pretend that an extra 12 to 18 games without Bryce Harper isn't a big deal? And by the way, just for the record, no offering at all in explanation that Bryce Harper had to wait to get his surgery. None was given by the Phillies or by Bryce Harper's camp that, well, Bryce couldn't have the surgery. He had to wait. No, there was none of that offered by either side. Bryce Harper's going to miss. He is now expected to be back right before the All-Star break. If he had surgery right after the season, that would have said 2 more weeks earlier minimum, which means he would have been able to play in a Braves-Mets homestand week late in June that he will now miss. Does that not matter to anybody? Are we going to just pretend that 12 to 18 games does not matter next year as far as for this team? And I'm going to say this. Let's say you're optimistic about the Phillies, Connor, and as the host of the Locked On Phillies podcast, you'll have good insights on this. And let's say you're really optimistic and bullish on the Phillies and they go and get Trey Turner and you're feeling like, hey, you have 2 100-win teams in your division. Does someone really think that 12 to 18 games isn't going to matter?
Well, first of all, you had 2 100-win teams in your division.
Okay.
We'll see what they are this coming year.
All right. Okay. Can I say we can predict that we have 2 95-plus win teams in the division? Do you see them dropping off the map?
2 90-plus win teams.
90? You thinking they're dropping off by 10, 12 wins?
Mets have a lot of guys in that bullpen they got to rebuild. They're losing DeGrom, who I know he didn't play, but still always having the threat of that. Scherzer's aging.
Right.
They just gave over $100 million to Edwin Diaz, who's only been good really 1 year in his career. Like, that team is...
That contract I absolutely know is going to come back to blow up in their face.
And he did the best part, he did the Bobby Bonilla thing where he's got deferred money to like 2042. So we're going to have Edwin Diaz Day some point in 2030. We're going to be laughing about that.
And why is Steve Cohen having to do that?
Because he can.
No, but why is he doing that?
As far as the deferred money?
Because he's trying to go and spend more money elsewhere.
Right.
But I'm surprised.
And also because he doesn't care.
I'm surprised Diaz took it.
Why?
Why would he take the money?
I don't know. Just have it forever. I don't
have
know.
the money. I mean, have the money. Do you not trust yourself?
I really don't know.
Would you want Beasley's to pay you, Connor? We're going to pay you 75% of what we're going to pay you, and 25% of it we'll pay it to you when you're 45.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
You would be.
I don't live a very expensive lifestyle, though. See, this is why it's
Pass.
a personal thing.
Pass.
You don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
You don't want your own money?
I'll take it later. I can't trust myself with my own money, John. That money's all going to go to tequila sodas at the bar. I need to have a little bit of constraint. It's a personal thing, so maybe he feels like that's the better option for him. But the Mets could easily be a fall-off team to me this year, and the Braves I don't think will fall off because that's a really solid organization, but you're still looking at a team that has a relatively young core. Could they have a regression year? Could you see guys like Michael Harris and Spencer Strider not contribute as much in their sophomore seasons? For sure. So I wouldn't lock them in as 95-plus win teams. I'd say they're very good teams you have to compete with.
Okay, so 12 to missing. Next year, you only get 2 homestands with the 2 series with the Braves at home, 2 series with the Mets at home. It's not like the old system of 3. So now every game with the Mets and the Braves is much more critical in this division. You just punted on 6 of the ones you would get to play at home. And everyone's like, yeah, it's okay. Because Bryce was so great this year. Nobody's arguing Bryce wasn't great this year. Nobody's arguing that he wasn't freaking spectacular. But I do care about, I've turned the page and moved on to next year. I don't like, it's not going to, like, what happened last October isn't going to keep me warm this summer when the Phillies are in a brand new season.
It is if you got a Bradford White water heater last
Well,
night.
it does, and they're here for the pro. Good job, Connor.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean, Ray, what do you think about this? I mean, you're going to miss, by the way, 3 with the Braves and 3 with the Mets at home that he could have been back for. By the timetable that he had a worst case scenario by way surgery, which is what I dreaded all along. I thought that it was going to be the worst case scenario because of the fact that he wasn't in a rush to get it. I think he knew what he was expecting. But now you punted on having a chance to have him here for 6 of the most critical games you got in your schedule all year long.
See, I look at it the opposite way of I think he was holding out for best case. Like, I think there was a part of him that didn't want to admit that it was going to be full-blown Tommy John, and somehow he was going to go there, and they're going to be like, it doesn't have to be cleaned up as much. Like, I don't think it was, I know this is worst case, I'm pushing this off. In my head, Bryce Harper thinks I'm superhuman healing guy that's going to be able to see my elbow somehow get better from what we thought was going to be Tommy John. And he just wanted to hold out before he knew for a fact that this was exactly what was going to happen. He wanted to hold out to try and see if there was any other option.
You get he's going to miss Bryce Harper. He's going to miss 7 games of the season series against the Braves. So he'll play in 6 of them. He misses 7 of them. And he is going to miss 6 games of the Mets. So he gets to play in 7 of those. So he gets to play in 13 games of the potential 26 versus the top 2 teams you battle with in your division. He could have been back for 6 of those. By this timetable, he absolutely could have played in 6 more of them. I would feel much better if I knew that, well, we're only missing Bryce Harper. You're only going to miss him for 7 games of the season series versus the Mets and the Braves. I think it matters. And I think people don't want to say it because it's like, well, no, because Bryce was so good. And he was. Everybody knows he was.
You're going to hate my answer on this.
Okay.
Especially November 25th.
Okay, give it to me.
You don't have to chase down the Braves and the Mets. I know.
I can't wait to hear this.
You don't have to. They proved it this year. Do I want them to? Absolutely. Do I want them to compete for the NL East and win the NL East? And do I think they have a chance to? Yes, 100%. If they don't, they just showed you this year that they have the same opportunity as all those other teams. Would it be?
They do.
Would it be ideal if they were in that spot? Yes. And conceding that on November 25th, 2022 for the 2023 season sounds crazy, but to me, I'm not losing sleep over the Braves and the Mets because I know that those are 2 quality teams. And when I look at the rest of the National League, there is 0 doubt in my mind, with or without Bryce Harper, that this team is a top 6 team in the National League next year. And if they go get Trey Turner or another one of the top shortstops, absolutely a top 4 team in the National League.
Top 4. So you're saying if they get Trey Turner, you're saying they're guaranteed 2nd place in the East at minimum. No, that's what you'd have to be.
Because they could be.
No, you'd have to be.
You wouldn't have to be. Top 4 skill team in the National League.
Okay.
So there could be 2 teams in their division still better than them, in the Mets and the Braves. I think the Dodgers will still be better. And then I think the Phillies will be there in that conversation if they have Trey Turner. So I don't want to determine success based on teams that you don't have to be ahead of in the standings to give yourself a good shot to make a run again.
And we did have 2 wild card teams in the National League Championship Series this year.
Right.
That's odd.
It is.
That rarely ever happens.
But
so you're betting on the anomaly.
Well, it rarely ever happened. Right now, in the new playoff setting, it's 1 of 1. So we'll see how it continues to play out.
I would be more worried if it was only 4 teams going to the postseason.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's kind of where I'm at, where obviously it's not ideal. You're missing half the games against the Mets and the Braves, but I expect all 3 of these teams to be in the postseason.
It doesn't bother you that it was 12 to you're missing extra games. You didn't unless there's something that they said we are not going to say anything and you're not going to say anything, which makes no sense, by the way. And I have 2 people on pretty close to the situation saying to me there'd be no reason for them to hide it, to be like, we're not going to say that he could have he could have had it earlier. It appears, unless there's something that's totally out of left field, he could have had the surgery earlier.
Yeah,
and he didn't.
Well,
by the way, a lot of these surgeries are done within 3 days of the end of the season.
Yeah.
When guys have had them in Major League Baseball, they're done immediately after the season. Season ends, surgery's like the next day or the day after.
I had this same exact argument with Tyrone and Hunter on the best show ever.
Okay. Great show, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And they're very much on your side. There's no reason
there is
for it to happen that we're currently aware of. And the way where I stand is there could be something weird going on. And until I hear Bryce Harper, because when he meets with the media next, whatever that will be, somebody's going to ask him that question.
Well, he's not going to meet with the media anytime.
I know. It'll be way down the line.
He's not going to meet with the media like at all.
But somebody is going to ask him that question. At some point, that question will be expressly asked. He's not the type of guy to dodge questions. And to me, he's also a super competitor. We know that about him.
Right, yes, absolutely.
So I want to hear the explanation first. If D comes out with,
what if, and I am not reporting anything, so this is not, I'm just asking you a what if.
Put it on the record. Breaking news.
What if you find out that he went on vacation?
Yeah, then I'm upset.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so what I'm saying is there are scenarios where you will change your tune.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But now he gets the benefit of the doubt.
Right, he gets the benefit of the doubt because he is the freaking ultimate competitor.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
What you know about him is that he's a super competitor, and he said it with the thumb. He believes that he heals faster. There is some belief in Bryce Harper's head that he is the superhuman healer. And to me, there might have been something in his mind that, hey, if I don't play baseball for a couple of weeks, maybe this is going to get better.
You know, my brother suggested yesterday. So after dinner, we're sitting around, and Doc goes, why is Bryce Harper having the surgery at all? Because he can still hit. He could still be a DH. All he can do is just not play the field.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want Bryce Harper as your DH and you have the surgery at some point when it's not? I said, that's ridiculous. As my knee reviews, that's ridiculous. And then I'm like, wait a minute. He could DH, and they made that clear. He could DH.
No, it is ridiculous because you're hamstringing yourself with the DH position. You're giving yourself a step back on every other competitor.
You're saying that you're going to play Bryce Harper 155.
Right. And he's got to be DH. Where other teams have the opportunity to rotate, you now have a guy that has to be.
You know, a lot of teams, though, do play their DHs 130, 140.
No, I got you. But you have the option.
Okay.
Like, if something were to happen where another player was hurt, you could rotate that guy in. If Bryce Harper is stuck and taking away that spot, it puts you at a disadvantage.
And you're also rostering guys at this point that in a couple of years probably already profile as DHs, but probably profile as DHs much more often.
Like a real Muto.
Kyle Schwarber in 2025.
Yes,
exactly.
Right, exactly.
So pushing this down the line, you're pushing down the line just more logjam of a roster and more Harper needing to get this at some point.
Hey, Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville has you covered for snowblowers, generators, riding and zero-turn mowers, too. Go to lawn-golf.com for all your outdoor equipment needs. Not a bad time to buy a lawnmower, by the way. Some great deals. If you're thinking about next year, go get it now.
I got to get a lawn first. But if you do have a lawn, absolutely.
Hey, 97.5 The Fanatic in the AACR. Tuesday morning, we will have Giving Tuesday live in our new Performance Center inside the Fanatic Studios. Tickets to this special intimate experience are $50. and all proceeds benefit the AACR. You get breakfast from Pagano's Market, a live viewing of the show. You'll hang out with us. Everybody who attends gets a $25 gift card to Rally House and a great gift from Steven Singer Jewelers, plus chances to win Flyers and Sixers tickets. You will love it. We look forward to seeing you. A couple spots left, so get tickets and complete details now at 97.5thefanatic.com. So, Connor, your biggest takeaway yesterday was Cowboys are a problem.
The Cowboys are officially a problem.
Yeah, they are.
That's a really, really good football team. And even though Dak threw 2 rough interceptions in the first half, I think they were both in the first half.
But they were rough. No,
yeah.
one was, I think, beginning, was it in the second half, or was I wrong?
Either right around halftime.
Yeah, it was right around halftime. Yeah, right around halftime.
He doesn't look as sharp as he has in the past. And it's not even just like I'm scared of Dak Prescott or anything like that. That's just a quality opponent. That's not the team that you played with Cooper Rush earlier in the season. So they're officially a problem. And for that matter, outside of the final score, I don't think the Giants were worked in that game. I know the final score indicates that it was like they're not in that same stratosphere.
In the fourth quarter, they were worked.
Right. But that's a team that can give you trouble as well. We already know Washington can potentially give you trouble, even though I felt like that was an anomalistic game when they beat the Eagles on
Big
Monday
word.
night.
Big word.
Oh, yeah. I can whip them out every once in a while.
Anomalistic.
That tracks like education.
I'm telling you.
Not only, and we know the easy immediate effect that we look at when we say, oh, the Cowboys are a problem, the Giants are good, Washington's pesky, is your road to win the NFC East is slightly tougher than what we thought it was probably a month or two ago.
Isn't it just the Cowboys now, though? Like, I mean, as far as even though the Giants, you have them twice.
But you got to play them twice. That's the thing. They're not going to win the division, but you still have to see them 2 times. But is it a good thing that you have this good of competition in the division when you look forward to the playoffs? Because by the end of the schedule, not only are you not going to be able to say, and people still will, but we're going to know that they've played tough playoff level competition.
Yeah, because they played the best division in football.
Exactly. And also, you're looking at a situation where, somewhat realistically, all 4 NFC East teams could be in the playoffs. You could be looking at it.
I think the Giants or the Commanders will.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't think it'll be, but it'll be 2 of, I believe the Giants are a playoff team. It'll be 2 of the other.
So you believe 3 are a lock?
Yes.
And then it could be the 4th.
And that whole, we talk about divisional matchups in the playoffs. Well, you've seen them twice already.
You don't want that.
But it goes both ways.
Yes.
So is there a benefit to playing tough teams in your division to potentially see them in the postseason? Because you're going to have to see tough teams anyway. Knowing that team may actually help the Eagles, and having the toughest division in football, I think is a benefit.
Okay, I think I agree with your line of thinking, but yesterday afternoon, the one thought that I had watching that Cowboys game was, if the Eagles have dreams of going to Arizona and playing the Super Bowl, the only path that I see is 2 home games in South Philly.
I agree with that entirely.
And that's what I walked away with yesterday going, the only path I see is bye week, 2 home games in South Philly. Ray, did that cross your mind? Because it's going to be damn hard, by the way, to lock that down. I think they will, but it's going to be damn hard to lock it down.
Right now, my entire focus is the number 1 seed. That is all that I'm locked in on. That's all I'm thinking about. That's
because that means you've won the division. So It's the same thing. Winning the East. If they win the East, they're going to probably get the top seed.
Right. Well, Minnesota's still
they're still lurking.
Around.
They're lurking, yeah.
I feel good if they win the NFC East, they will have the top seed. And that's honestly, at this point, you're going to need that with the talent. I would love to see 49ers go across the country and have to come play here. I would love to see the Vikings have to come play here again in a playoff atmosphere. That's what I'm looking for. I don't think that they get it done, like you said, if they don't have 2 games.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if the Cowboys have to play 3 road games, so if the Cowboys don't win the division and they have to play 3 road games, there ain't any chance they're going to the Super Bowl. Nope. No chance. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I lean to agree with you.
And to me, I don't think the Eagles, if they have to win 3 road games, are going to the Super Bowl.
I don't know. 7 of their last 7 on the road.
I don't
active
care.
Streak.
Don't care. January's a different beast.
If a team could do it, it would probably be the Eagles with a heavy rushing game that you could take anywhere. But which is why they should be the ones to lock up that top seed, because the other teams are not as built to come in here and do that.
What will Aaron Rodgers do Sunday night? He cannot be thrilled with this matchup when he looks at the personnel that he's going up against. We'll get to it next. 7 o'clock hour, John Kincade Show. A little different edition this morning on 97.5 The Fanatic. How great would it be to go to a stadium, you're with all your Eagles fans on Sunday night, And imagine if the park's bathrooms were all backed up. That wouldn't be fun. Wouldn't be a fun time. That's why Pump Man Philly thinks about these things in advance. And if you're a facilities manager in this city, you know you don't want to get that call that the toilets are out. Your wastewater pump systems are a problem. You got clogged pumps. That's why they do troubleshooting with the Pump Man. That's why they do emergency repair and maintenance if you need it. And that's why they do system replacement after they've done troubleshooting if there's a problem. You need the Pump Man. 833-559-PUMP. You do not want to get caught with your pumps down. Imagine at the holidays, you don't want to have your problems with your home or your business with the pumps being a problem. Call 833-559-PUMP. You can find them online at pumpmanphilly.com. The guys to know to fix your flow.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Hunter from my friends at FC Kerbeck. My family's been buying trucks and SUVs from Kerbeck for longer than I can remember. As a matter of fact, I just got my new truck from Kerbeck a few months back. Why Kerbeck? Because they always have the best selection at the lowest price. Period. And FC Kerbeck now has another exclusive money-saving offer just for you. That's right, Kerbeck will now handle half of your sales tax. Yes, 50% off your sales tax handled by Kerbeck. That's half off. FC Kerbeck is overstocked with pre-owned Cadillacs, new and pre-owned Buicks and GMCs, as low as 3.99% APR financing for 72 months, or lease a brand new 2022 GMC Terrain from $199 per month. At the foot of the Tacony-Palmyra Bridge is where you'll find the best selection and the best price, and right now it's where you'll find half off sales tax. For more information, dial 1-800-KERBECK or click KerbeckCars.com.
If you got an IRA or 401k, I got bad news for you. Hi, this is Joseph Abundante, best-selling author from right here in the Philadelphia area, and I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Retirement Income Mastery. The IRS wants you to think these qualified plans are the best way to save for retirement. They give you a tax break when you contribute. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Qualified plan could be a tax disaster when you retire. With over $30 trillion in debt, taxes are already going up. Imagine paying a top tax rate of over 90% like in the 1960s. There is a better way. It's an alternative the wealthy use that often beats your IRA and 401k. It's been around for years. Your money grows tax deferred, and when done right, has no taxes in retirement and no income taxes when you die. Plus, you grow your money potential double digits with no risk of losing money from market crashes. When the market tanks again, you lose nothing. Call Joe Abundante at 1-800-207-4545 to get a free copy of my book and talk to a specialist to protect yourself from crashes and taxes. No credit card required. Call 1-800-207-4545. That's 1-800-207-4545.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is my go-to when betting on the NFL this holiday season. Let me tell you why. Because of the same game parlays that I have so much success with, easy and fast payouts that as soon as I win, bang, I look up into my right corner, it's right there, and the player prop options are so cool. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Check this one out. Right now, everyone can earn up to a 100% boost with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. Buffalo is in their new home at Detroit. New York travels to Dallas, and New England takes on Minnesota. 3 really good games. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, place a same-game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, player props, point totals, and more. The more legs you add, the bigger the boost, the bigger your shot to win big. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code FANATIC. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code FANATIC. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. Bonus issued as free bets. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. 10-plus leg requirement for 100% boost. Deposit, parlay, and wagering restrictions apply. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Dell Technologies Black Friday event has arrived with select deals on top tech to power business productivity. The savings start now with up to 50% off select performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, including free shipping on everything. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for Black Friday deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Hey, Nissan, how do you get to the top?
Calculating. Proceed to 1959. Take a hard left into East Africa at the 71 Safari Rally. Veer right for 19 off-road championships in the Baja Desert. Proceed towards Moab. Take the trail to Hell's Revenge. Include steep incline. Continue for the next 1,000,000 miles.
Where to first again?
60 years, millions of miles, and the capability to take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything but helping. Luckily, it's Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you can just get your kids to step into and their shoes are on. You don't need to bend over. You don't need to sit on the floor and try to wrangle them on. And they're available in all types of Skechers styles with and without laces, and most are machine washable. Find Skechers slip-ins for kids or mom and dad at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Hi, it's John Kincade for College Ave Student Loans. If you're high school seniors looking for scholarships this fall, College Ave is here for you. They're giving away $5,000 right now. Just go to collegeave.com/college before November 30th to enter to win. It's fast, it's easy, and could have a big impact on your college cost. College Ave wants to help you have a stress-free college experience, so don't miss out. $5,000 is available to you at collegeave.com/college. No purchase necessary to enter or win. See official rules for details.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Get more kicks out of every World Soccer match with FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge. Now's the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot because new customers get $125 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app using promo code Fanatic. It is safe, secure, and super easy to use. Then bet on everything from the money line to goals scored to corners. FanDuel even lets you combine bets for a chance at a bigger payout with the same game parlay. You'll get paid your winnings instantly. So don't miss your chance to get $125 in free bets, win or lose, when you join FanDuel with promo code Fanatic. Make every moment more with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
21 plus in present PA. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
No, your radio's not broken. We sound like this on purpose.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
7 o'clock hour, the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the all-new Bet Parks app, sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Check out our friends at Bet Parks. They do such a great, great job. Felt like going to the casino. Just feel like can't live home.
Why not?
Because you get our daughter home for a short amount of time. We're going to the Flyers today. Going to go see the Flyers this afternoon. My wife has just always been, the Flyers are her most favorite Philadelphia team because while we've been married, she wasn't into American sports at all. And when I used to do TV and radio stuff with the hockey team in Atlanta, she would come to a lot of games and hang out. She fell in love with hockey. So she's become a Flyers fan. Flyers are her favorite team. So anytime I can say, do you want to go to the Flyers game? She's in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Weeknights, not as much, but like a weekend. Oh, she's like, I'm in.
Yeah,
so I'm taking the girls today down the
Slip
Flyers.
out for the second period and go play the slots a little bit. Play some blackjack.
They'll notice me gone.
Nah,
they would notice me
I'm in line for one of those giant milkshakes that Pat Egan always gets.
Well, you see, they would know that Dad doesn't leave his seat during a game.
Gotcha.
So they would go, no, there's something wrong. Dad's been kidnapped. They would think. Dad's left us.
Just hurry back.
No, you're going to do an interview with someone. Work stuff.
They would never believe it. They'd be like, nobody needs your insights, Dad, at this point. So
think you can find a way.
This you could do. So as we start the 7 o'clock hour, Ray and Connor were celebrating, hands in the air, celebrating as if Bryce Harper just hit a huge home run to put the Phillies ahead in the postseason. What happened in the World Cup between Iran and Wales?
Iran just scored the game-winning goal with like the 99th minute.
And they scored
match.
again.
They scored again? It's 2-0?
It's 2-0.
So now
and that's the end.
The Wales goal differential.
Listen to Ray. And that's the end.
It just ended. It's over.
He's so excited.
That essentially...
I love the excitement in your voices, I got to tell you.
Yeah, that gives the USA a layup to the round of 16.
Okay, tell us why, if you're the novice soccer fan, as Connor explained it to me now, goal differential now is off the table.
Pretty
Correct,
much.
right?
It should be.
It should be.
So now you're assuming Wales is going to lose to England because England's a monster. But
and we're assuming the U.S. is going to lose to England.
And yeah.
Too right.
Yes. So now all you have.
Hate to spoiler alert you.
So
wait. You just backed off of America winning.
Listen, I said it's not
I
gonna,
tricked him. I tricked him
That's not
into
the
it.
point of
I
let me
tricked
get
him
through
into
it. Let me
it.
get through it.
There you go.
We'll talk more about that. But
okay.
So really, all you have to do if you're the USA, in theory, is beat Iran.
Beat Iran.
As long as Wales loses to England, you just have to beat Iran, which they should, and you're on to the round of 16 by winning one game when Wales will have drawn one and lost.
Now you're saying they should beat Iran, who just beat Wales 2-0, and you couldn't beat Wales.
Well, Wales had their starting keeper sent off in the 86th minute, got a red card, so they're playing with their backup goalie and a man
cheap
down.
shot.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I mean, a red card.
Yeah, but
filthy language.
Possible.
Did he get a little feisty in the language? Maybe.
Listen, USA is not a good soccer team,
right?
But they're not a terrible soccer team, and Iran is really bad, and Wales is pretty bad. So you should be able.
And
to
you
take care of
didn't
business.
beat Wales.
No, that's why I'm saying.
Which
they're
is
not a good soccer
embarrassing as hell.
Correct?
Bailed
Come
out.
on.
But now Iran just bailed them out.
Okay,
So-
bailed them out. It did. Okay, so that's good news. So everybody
now
knows today.
You just beat Iran. You're basically in the round of
Where
16.
will you be? Where are you going to enjoy the game today? Will you go out? Oh no, Ray, you got to
No,
work.
I'll be here. I'll be here.
They'll
Don't
be
worry.
on the air still.
You got to work.
I don't know. I'll pop into a local bar, maybe a corner bar. Maybe I'll go to Garage if they're open. I don't know. if
Okay,
Garage
go
will
and
open
find
early for the
something.
game. That's
That's
my
not bad.
local spot. Love
There
that
you go.
place.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers can't be that excited about this matchup coming up this weekend with his receivers versus the Eagles secondary. And considering that the way the Packers beat the Cowboys was to run and then run and then run some more against a really, really good defense. The Eagles defense, good, not as good as the Cowboys, though. And now that the run game dialed up a great defensive effort versus the Colts, and they were able to defend the Colts really well, do you believe the Eagles' defense is vulnerable versus the Packers? I do not. Do I believe the Packers are going to score their points? Yes. Do I believe the Packers will score more than best case scenario 17? No. Absolutely not. I don't see the Eagles defense being vulnerable in this game.
Here's the only part that worries me, right? You're still without Jordan Davis, still without Avonte Maddox. You're looking at a situation where your big run stoppers, because Fletcher Cox has been hugely disappointing this year.
Yes, he has been. Is it due to too much work?
I think it's just an age thing. I really think it is. I think he might just be cooked, which at this point in his career, he's given this team so much.
Yes, he has.
But your big run stoppers are Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. Now, I brought it up post-game, after the Colts game, and Tim McManus kind of mentioned the same thing when we talked to him post-game, that the problem is not the first game that those guys play. They've been in shape. They have fresh legs and everything. But at 34 years of age for Ndamukong Suh and 35 for Linval Joseph, you're looking at guys that could be not banged up, but the second game is going to be tough. How do they handle a full week in NFL practice, recovery from a game when they haven't played in so long? So my only worry is, what is that performance going to look like from those two guys who haven't played in a while or played multiple weeks in a row in a while? Other than that, though, I entirely agree with you.
Do you see a vulnerability at all? I mean, because I would think that you could put Slay and Bradbury out on islands.
Yeah.
And you can load up to make sure they don't
Christian
beat you with a
Watson.
run.
Yeah, I'm thinking that way similarly. I would just want to see them up. I don't want to see a bunch of cushion from the secondary giving this receiving core any room to work, because I don't think this receiving core can really beat them. I think it would only be schematics where Aaron Rodgers can find the guys underneath and let the Packers exploit what the Eagles haven't been able to do well tackling throughout the last couple of weeks. So I think that's the way I see them beating them, outside of what was just mentioned with Joseph and Sue and whether or not they're able to kind of bounce back and have a good weekend to run back-to-back weeks.
Okay, the receiving yards in this game, really interesting, have been posted on the Parks app for the Green Bay Packers, the over-unders. For Alan Lazard, what do you think the over-under set at?
54.5.
49.5.
Dude. Bad. Price is right. You just got $100.
I missed it by like 3.
He just got it exactly right.
Show off.
Christian Watson.
67.5.
39.5.
44.5. I've never seen, I got to tell you, And then Aaron Jones, 25.5.
Yeah.
I've got to tell you, I've never seen receiving totals that low.
For with an Aaron Rodgers-led team?
Yes, I've never seen receiving totals.
That says the Eagles are going to handle them.
Yes, I mean, that just is, those numbers are incredibly low. They don't have a wide receiver with a number in the 50s.
Do you have Aaron Jones' rushing up
Now
there?
I'll give you the rushing numbers because they've been posted on the Bet Parks app. Take the guess. You get to go first, Connor.
82.5.
Raymond?
89.5.
58.5.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
The Eagles are going to handle him.
The Eagles are going to
all I
dominate
needed to
this
hear.
team. Look at that. I mean, seriously, think about this. Aaron Jones, they have it. His over-under is 58.5. They believe this is going to be. They're seeing the. Here's what I'm saying is they're seeing this game as lopsided as I did.
Yeah, absolutely they are, and
That's an amazing. Those numbers were jaw-dropping when I looked at them. They haven't posted the Eagles numbers yet, except passing yards for Jalen Hurts. Want to take a gamble?
212.5.
204.5.
232.5. That's another good number there.
Price is right, you.
I mean, but that's another number. That's another number there where you go.
$1.
By the way, Aaron Rodgers and Jalen Hurts, exact same number. 232.5.
Interesting. Yeah, like
bad
that
news.
to me,
Bad news for Rodgers.
Yeah, that to me says the Eagles should absolutely handle them, and that they'll have to score probably 17 points to beat the Packers.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah,
those are incredible numbers. They should make you feel pretty good going into the
They're
weekend.
just not that good of a football team.
No,
they have one-off weeks where they could be scary, but I don't see that.
But I mean, and it's a. I'm looking at the AccuWeather forecast, and I'm not Chris Sowers this morning, so
You're
I
not
don't
using
want to.
Coach's Weather Bug app.
No, I don't use the Weather Bug, but it would.
No Farmer's Almanac.
It would appear. No, he uses Farmers Only.
Oh, okay.
He's on the Farmers
I get those
Only
mixed
app
up all the time.
Connor, you could with the outfit he's wearing this morning. Connor, we could put a profile up on Farmers Only.
I like country music,
and it would work.
Take you for a ride on my big.
I
green
wouldn't be
tractor.
surprised if he had a Farmers Only.
I don't.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I do not have a Farmers Only.
I wouldn't
Not
be
find
shocked.
me on there.
Hey,
I'm still
Ray.
working through Christian Mingle.
All right.
Are you Christian Mingle? Isn't it? I thought the Christian one was a whole lot of fish or something.
Yeah. Well, there's multiple. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Different options. Yeah, for sure.
A whole lot of fish. Isn't that the one?
There's a New Testament and an Old Testament. You gotta have competitors.
You got to have competitors, as you're calling
of course.
it. Okay. Well, where I'm seeing this, as I look at I'm looking at more trying to look at the hourlies for Sunday, and trying to see how this thing sort of shakes out. I think it's going to the majority of the rain will be gone by game time.
Okay. That helps the Eagles.
Sunday is not going to be a good day. Like Sunday morning when you wake up, Sunday even into the early afternoon is not going to be really good. And by the way, the rain set in since we got to work.
Yeah, I saw that.
I forgot it was going to rain today.
Oh, you got to be kidding
A
me.
little dreary out
Why,
there.
you did not know it was raining?
I didn't know it was going to rain today.
Would you leave your windows down?
No, but I came in all smiley,
Exactly.
happy, and now the seasonal depression's going to kick in when I walk out the door.
You're here till
Brutal.
2 p.m. We don't even have
here's,
windows. You're
Here's the
fine.
good thing. The rain will be gone, Ray, by the time you leave the building.
Ah, that's lovely.
It's gonna
and
be
U.S.
fine.
will be up 3-0 on England.
So it should be fine. There's only a 2% chance of rain after you leave. So
Wonderful.
There you go. I did just pretend that I was Chris Sowers there. So, hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. All right, now today's the day. And when I was asking Connor earlier, like, where are you going to go watch the match today? Today is like Kentucky Derby Day, though.
Yeah.
There are going to be a lot of people who are like just like being like, yeah.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is fun. It is.
Yeah, come
but
on.
let's not portray it any other way. It's like Kentucky Derby Day. A lot of people who will pretend. I always find it, too, the Thursday of March Madness. I love college basketball. I don't love college basketball the way that Bob Cooney loves college basketball. But I love college basketball. And I will find myself in the course of a week watching parts of the biggest games of the week. Parts, not the whole thing. You know, back in the day, if there was a Duke, North Carolina Wednesday night game, I'm watching the whole thing because I worked afternoons so I could actually sleep, after the game. To me, this is a day, though, where you're going to have a lot of the guys who've never watched soccer and ladies who've never watched soccer coming out to be in your midst.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So it doesn't bother you at all.
No. What were they doing for the World Cup in 2018? Where'd they go out?
They probably went to a watering hole.
They didn't go anywhere. The USA wasn't in it.
No, I mean, still, I hosted World Cup parties.
Still, then you were the anomaly.
We were in a soccer town. Atlanta was the soccer city that really enjoyed World Cup.
Then you were very much the anomaly because we were
people
going
went out and watched the matches.
Like significantly less than are doing it.
Oh
right
yes,
now
absolutely.
No, so this is a good thing. I don't care what level of soccer fan you are at all. No,
because a lot of soccer fans, and you like the Premier League. Ray, I don't know where you fall on this. Where are you?
I'll watch some Arsenal games. I'm not going to claim to be a soccer expert. But I follow the Premier League closely. Arsenal's my team because my friend was a Tottenham fan, and I just wanted to annoy him. That's
good.
Yeah.
Annoying your friends is good. I like, though, that I find the soccer fans to be the least welcoming in all of sports. Because soccer fans will constantly tell you don't talk about it enough.
I would say it would be sounds like you're describing the Flyers fan base.
Well, no. That's always been. There's a Stepford quality to that, as Mike Missinelli had said back in the day. The devotees. The thing is, though, Flyers fans want you in on it. They want you to come out. They want you. Like soccer fans are. I saw it during the Union. Oh, here come the casuals. Here come the casuals commenting on whether it was a stupid move by Jim Curtin or whatever. I've never. I think the soccer fan and this is a broad brush drawing of soccer fans as a whole. I think that football fans in this country don't give a damn if you like it or not. Baseball fans don't give a damn if you like it or not. They don't care. You don't like baseball? They're not like, dude, you got to understand how great it is. I've never heard a baseball fan do that. I've never heard a football fan do that.
If anything, baseball fans are more critical of their sport than people who don't watch
baseball fans, I think the devoted baseball fan is the one who has got the knives out.
Yeah.
For the sport, for the way it's played, for the commissioner, whatever.
I
find soccer fans to be more, they're not as welcoming. So like if you're a casual fan, I'm a casual fan. I am a fan who tries to watch. I saw probably parts of 8 or 9 Union games this year, and I watched their postseason. Devoted. Watched it. But, you get people like, that's not good enough for them. You're not giving them enough.
I totally disagree with you. I'm not seeing what you're seeing at all with that. And I think soccer fans are rather welcoming, especially here in the United States. Like, I'd understand if you were trying to jump in on the Premier League and you went over to a game and you're like, I don't know anything about this. But here, we're kind of soccer outsiders of the world in general because the national team hasn't been that good. And the MLS is not nearly on the level of some of the major leagues in Europe.
It's not.
So
it is to hockey. It's below AHL.
Yeah.
It's below AHL hockey.
Sure. There's
soccer fans hate to hear that. But we don't talk about the Phantoms.
But I've never once had a situation where I wanted to talk to someone about the Union who was a big fan or want to talk about the MLS, and they were restrictive to me enjoying that sport.
Maybe it's the social media component of it.
Possibly.
Probably.
Which is always not the friendliest place on earth.
Really?
Yeah, it's not it really isn't. You'll learn that in your career. I'm glad I'm in Atlanta can impart some wisdom to you.
No, it's okay. YouTube comments get me all the time. I grew up social media, so that's all I know. But soccer to me, I've had a lot of people that have been pretty welcoming on that. I think there's some people, if I were to go here and start acting like I was an expert, then I think people would be upset with me. But I think, just being honest about the soccer you're watching and doing that, I haven't seen any problems with that.
I mean, to me, I want Philadelphia Union because of the fact that it's Philadelphia. That's why I'm bought in. I'm not that drawn to the product. I'm drawn to it being Philly, branded Philly, and have a chance to congregate and
well, I think also you're going to
have another topic point. I'm not that drawn to the product.
As you have generations of fans, I think you're going to get that people who are there for specifically the Union. We're very much Philadelphia town, Philadelphia things, but the thing we talk about all the time with our teams and about winning is that, it was something that my parents watched, my parents were passionate about it, and I became passionate about it. I think the Union winning right now is creating the casual fan that can attach to it. It's about how many casual fans latch on, and start creating a community around it that will bring you to that point.
What could they do better?
The Union?
What could soccer do better to grow it? Because it's like today, you guys don't understand that as close as the U.S. is in the World Cup on the world stage right now, is probably as close as they were 4 decades ago.
Right.
Nothing's, and all they've done is invest in it, talk about it, how it was right around the corner, and it never happens.
I don't think there's anything more they could be doing.
Really?
I really don't. I think it's the nature of the country, and it's just going to take time to and you're right, it's cyclical, because when you look at it, it's like, oh, there's reports that Messi might go to Miami after his contract's up with where he's playing now. Well, David Beckham played for the LA Galaxy back in the day.
It didn't mean anything.
Stars. No, like it's cyclical that you get a little bit of a pop and then it kind of fades away. So I think they're doing as good as they could possibly doing. You're just the last dog at the bowl.
Like I got to tell you this is the thing is that for me, the only reason I'm going to put myself in front of a TV today and make sure that I'm there is because it's red, white, and blue.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't watch. Like I wouldn't watch that. Like I believe that they've made a huge mistake, the MLS, by doing this Apple TV deal. I think a lot of people will not.
Agree.
I think a lot of people will not be watching.
And the casuals that we're trying to latch on aren't going to latch on. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
When I can go to PHL 17 and watch a Union game, I'm watching. You're asking me to pay $99 because I don't care about the Columbus Crew.
Yeah, it's really.
I don't care about the San Jose earthquake or whatever they are. I don't know.
No,
they still exist.
So yeah, I think maybe.
Is it the earthquake? They used to be.
I don't know. It's a very dumb deal by the MLS when you're trying to grow the sport. So could they be doing that better?
Right.
Yes, but you're also just looking at a situation where kids now. More kids want to play soccer because of the rise in head injuries in football, and that creating a little bit of a gap in the youth sports where football used to, like Pop Warner football used to be king. But I don't know how high that brings soccer.
The one thing I think they're doing well is the academies and actually making a localized effort.
Right. Developing talent.
Developing within from there and building up from there. So you're building a local club with local ties that you can kind of wrap your arms around.
I hope it continues to grow.
I
right?
hope it does too. We hope it does.
I just don't know what to see.
And I think the Union does a beautiful job of trying to reach out and trying to cultivate a fan base.
They do.
But the thing is, to me, it's all about it just being Philadelphia. It's just all about it being a Philly team. That's the reason I want to be a part of it. It's not that I'm that drawn to the product itself of MLS soccer.
Yeah, but isn't that everything? Isn't that sports in general?
No, I'm drawn to the NBA. The product draws me to the NBA. Not the Philadelphia 76ers is great, but the product of the NBA is great.
The product draws you now.
The product of the NFL is great.
The product draws you now. When you were becoming a fan of those sports, were you originally fans because, hey, the Philadelphia 76ers?
I was drawn in. No, I was built into it. Like in our household, I didn't have a choice.
So I think you're kind of ingrained in that, and then you learn to love the sport.
College Ave student loans, by the way, if you get a high school senior, and a lot of kids are getting their acceptance letters or emails right around now, you need to visit collegeave.com so you figure out how you're going to pay for it. You enter to win a $5,000 scholarship, too. No purchase necessary. They'll help you breathe easier. Go to collegeave.com. One thing about it, too, it is, by the way, I did check. It is the San Jose earthquake. I think that is the most insensitive, stupid name in the history of sports. Can you imagine the New Orleans Hurricanes?
Well, I got the Carolina Hurricanes.
No, but can you imagine it, though? It's dumb.
Yeah.
Carolina doesn't have a ton of devastating hurricanes.
Yeah.
San Jose could be wiped off the map by an earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
What would it be like?
Philadelphia could be taken out by Eagles. Have you seen the talons on those things?
The Oklahoma City, can you imagine the Oklahoma City tornadoes?
I feel the Thunder. They're kind of playing with the
Thunder's rain.
Aren't there like the
lightning in Tampa? That's different. A tornado takes you out. Thunder does not.
There's like the
Thunder has never taken.
They're playing on the weather there.
Ray, Thunder.
They didn't want to commit fully to the weather bit there, so they went Thunder, so that they could have that thin veil of protection that you're giving them. Right?
Okay, well you've got like Tampa Bay Lightning.
You got the Omaha Storm Chasers. Like they.
That's about different. They're storm chasers. Wow. They're not. It's not.
Don't talk about
it's
the
not
storm.
the actual thing that devastates you.
They can't stop the tornado, John. They're just following it.
Right now, I mean,
I like the storm chasers. I'm all in on the storm chasers.
I would love to ride with them. My buddy Rob Marciano does weather on Good Morning America.
Rob Marciano.
Great dude. Great dude.
Not
and
Rocky Marciano.
I would absolutely love to be at one of those major weather events where he gets to be out there with like standing knee deep in water, like seeing the storm come in and the winds. I would love it.
I'll cheer you on from home.
I'd love it.
I'm staying safe.
There you go. Nick Sirianni answers a question, and I don't think he told the truth. It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
Listen, I like kids, but this is not a kid's environment. This is like HBO. No limits.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. The world's biggest soccer tournament is back, and FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge, wants you to get in all the action when America takes the pitch. Because when you bet on Team USA in group play, all customers get free bets back if they don't win. All tournament long, FanDuel has all your favorite types, including some that are exclusive to soccer. Plus, just like any other sport, you can combine those bets for a chance at a bigger payday with a same-game parlay. However you want to play, be sure to back the red, white, and blue. I know I will, because all customers get free bets back if Team USA doesn't win. Just sign up with promo code FANATIC. If you don't already have an account, that's promo code FANATIC, and make every moment more with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
21 plus and present PA. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max free bet ranging from $5 to $100. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's that time of year again. What you've all been waiting for. The countdown's officially over. The best season ever is here. That's right. Free Coffee Tuesdays for Wawa Rewards members are back. So enjoy a hot coffee or a handcrafted iced coffee on us every Tuesday with the Wawa app. It's just one more way Wawa tries to make your day. Free Coffee Tuesdays, only for Wawa Rewards members. Whatever you're planning this fall, cater it with Wawa and get 10% off your order. Tailgate spread, Friendsgiving, business meeting, evenings around the fire pit. Cater Wawa with a click and get all your Wawa favorites, from hoagies, soft pretzels, and cookies to Sizzlies, donuts, and coffee. Use promo code GATHER10 at checkout to get 10% off your catering order. All at WawaCatering.com. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I did it.
You did what?
I switched us to T-Mobile.
Really?
Did you see those rate hikes from AT&T and Verizon this year? With T-Mobile's Price Lock Guarantee, they won't raise our rates for talk, text, and data ever.
T-Mobile won't raise the rate? Ever?
Happy New Year!
Is our T-Mobile rate the same?
Yeah!
Nice.
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie.
You too. Say, is our T-Mobile rate still the same?
It is. Happy 4th of July!
Same T-Mobile rate?
Yes, it is. Happy Labor Day.
Still the same?
Yes! It's still the same rate.
This holiday, make the switch from Verizon and AT&T to T-Mobile. With T-Mobile's Price Lock Guarantee, we won't raise the rate of your talk, text, and data ever. And you'll avoid those random rate hikes. Get even more at T-Mobile.
Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Price Lock guarantees rate plan price of current on-network service for eligible lines on new accounts. See details at T-Mobile.com.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is my go-to when betting on the NFL this holiday season. Let me tell you why. Because of the same game parlays that I have so much success with, easy and fast payouts that as soon as I win, bang, I look up into my right corner, it's right there, and the player prop options are so cool. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Check this one out. Right now, everyone can earn up to a 100% boost with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. Buffalo is in their new home at Detroit. New York travels to Dallas, and New England takes on Minnesota. 3 really good games. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, place a same-game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, player props, point totals, and more. The more legs you add, the bigger the boost, the bigger your shot to win big. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code FANATIC. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code FANATIC. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. Bonus issued as free bets. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. 10-plus leg requirement for 100% boost. Deposit, parlay, and wagering restrictions apply. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Today, the biggest World Cup showdown kicks off on Fox. Christian Pulisic leads the Stars and Stripes.
What can this kid do?
Against the unstoppable Harry Kane and global powerhouse England.
What a night!
Team USA face their toughest test of the tournament with everything on the line and a chance
to shock the world.
That is magnificent.
USA, England. Coverage begins today at 1 Eastern on Fox.
The holidays will be here before you know it, and these deals will be gone before you know it. Don't miss Hellsberg Diamonds' The Best Deals of the Year Black Friday sale. Up to 60% off for a limited time on sparkling diamond hoops and studs. And can't miss gifts like beautiful diamond pendants and tennis bracelets. And here's a gift for you, a free Nintendo Switch Lite with a purchase of $699.99 or more. Visit Hellsberg.com or a store near you. Offer valid November 22nd through November 30th while supplies last. See online or in-store for details.
Welcome to a late-night edition of What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what-ifs. We've got Sean on the line. What's up?
Hey, Jake, what if I'm too stressed about my coverage to sleep? Like, what if I don't have enough? Or what if I need to change it?
Oh, if you can't sleep, just give us a ring. We're available 24/7. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Oh, great. What if I just take a little nap?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
It's time to buy during Jeff D'Ambrosio Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram's biggest 2022 leftover sale in history. If you want it for less, you've got to see Jeff. Visit GoJeffAuto.com.
Listen up as I talk Huntington Valley Bank with President Bob Marino, the GOAT. Fast-growing Huntington Valley Bank, best bank for your business, celebrating 150 years as a top contender in local banking.
Hey guys, it's Pat Egan here to tell you about the Bud Light Saturday Game Night Series. On select Saturday nights during the football season, we will be stopping at bars throughout the greater Philly area and hosting interactive game nights where we will give away incredible football prizes, including Eagles tickets and autographed Eagles merchandise, thanks to our good friends at Bud Light. And tomorrow night, you have a chance to win cool prizes from Bud Light. So come and join me tomorrow night at the Grog on Lancaster Ave in Bryn Mawr for the Bud Light Saturday Game Night Series from 7 to 9 p.m. You could score a pair of Eagles tickets for the December 4th game against Tennessee or an autographed Eagles merchandise item courtesy of Bud Light. So come out and enjoy Bud Lights with me tomorrow night at the Grog in Bryn Mawr for Bud Light Saturday Game Night. To learn more, visit 97.5thefanatic.com and click the events tab. Bud Light, for the fans, must be 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
We are no longer new and different. We're just different. The John Kincade Show returns
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. And I want to remind you, so Connor, get in on this. Don't miss superstar Debbie Gibson.
Oh, let's go.
In her Winterlicious holiday show, Saturday, December the 3rd at Rivers Casino in Philly. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I saw Debbie Gibson yesterday. Okay, you know the song now. No. Okay, just let it play a little bit.
Nope. I don't think so.
Ray?
Sounds like some random song from the 80s.
Nope. It is like a randomish for the 80s. She's I think she had like 3 or 4 big hits. No?
No.
No?
Nope.
Wow, I can't believe you don't know that.
Not a Debbie Gibson person.
Only in My Dreams was a good
Kyle
song.
Gibson.
Kyle Gibson is only in your nightmares.
Kirk Gibson.
No, Kyle is only in your nightmares.
Not a Debbie Gibson. Man.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Not a...
We're missing out. Winterlicious.
No, don't miss out, is what it is.
You don't have to miss out.
We don't. But right now we are.
Ray?
All right,
Yeah,
Connor, let's
free.
do it.
Let's go.
I think, by the way, Google her. I think it would maybe push you more towards saying, yeah, I'd go see that.
I'll look up Debbie Gibson
I'd
now.
potentially go see Debbie Gibson.
Am I looking up current day Debbie Gibson
Yes.
or Debbie
yes,
Gibson?
I saw her yesterday.
Ooh. Oh, okay. My apologies.
See?
My apologies to Miss Gibson.
See, there you go. Mrs. Gibson, by the way, I believe she's a mom. She's a mom and everything like that now. So
Could
just
still be Miss Gibson.
She could be
Don't know what
Miss.
that situation is.
She could be.
Okay. Well,
she could be. Ray, you don't be looking, Ray.
Sup?
I'm not. You can
Gibson?
release the tape on me sitting here. I have not gone to look up Debbie Gibson. I'm sitting here focusing on the show.
Only in your dreams. As real as it may seem, it is only in your dreams.
Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah, she is.
I would
She is?
I'll play wingman for you, Connor.
There you go to Winterlicious with her.
Appreciate it. You guys set me up with Debbie?
All right.
Sounds good.
Nick Sirianni answered a question about his post-game emotion the other day, and it's something I wanted to get to. Let's hear Nick Sirianni talk about when he ran over to the stands and was saying, this sheesh is for Frank Reich.
You know what? It is an emotional game. I was yelling towards our fans. Me yelling to our fans after the game, whether I'm yelling to them after an Indy game or if I'm thanking them after the Houston game or the Arizona game, I just think that's something, too. They're the people that went to the game or that are Eagles fans that are traveling to the game. I can show my appreciation for them on that. Now, sometimes it's, hey, I know everyone saw what I said this game, but the last couple games were, hey, thanks so much. You guys made this happen. And so, yeah, I just sometimes it's fun to celebrate with the fans.
Coach. We heard the audio. That sheesh is for Frank Reich. That's for Frank Reich. You aren't yelling that to Eagles fans.
See, I think
First of all, you're not angry. Here's the 2 points if I'm arguing in a court of law. You're not going over to Eagles fans angry, pointing at them going, there's Colts fans, first of all, right in the video in front of you. You're doing it to Colts fans. So stop lying to me. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Objection, leading the witness.
Okay. You are saying, you're angry saying it. You can, that's for Frank Reich. That's for Frank Reich. You're angry. You're not happy. You're not going over to the Eagles fans going, we did it, dude. We did it. Thanks for being here. You didn't do any of that. It wasn't thanks for being here, man. Great job. We got the win. You didn't do any of that. You were angry. You were angry at some Colt fans. You were getting taunted during the game. Just tell us. Nobody cares. Like, seriously, it doesn't matter. Just don't deceive. There's no reason to deceive on this point. If you think it's cool that an NFL coach does that, you're going to back it. I'm uncomfortable with it. I don't like it because I think it's just, to me, it's sophomoric. It's below the job to be getting into it with fans. He was not celebrating with Eagles fans. If you go over to see the Eagles fans, you say, great job. We heard you all game. You people are the best. You don't go over and be pointing, that's for Frank Reich. Because no Eagles fans give a damn about whether Frank Reich got fired by the Colts. None. Zero. It means nothing to us. It meant everything to him. Just tell us that there was some jackass that was taunting me the whole game about Frank Reich being fired and Jeff Saturday taking over, and I got a little pissed off, and I got a little carried away. Nobody would have a problem with that if he was honest about it.
I understand the argument of why you wouldn't like him acting that way. And I totally get what you're saying about it's below the position of head coach in the NFL.
Because NFL head coaches do not do this.
Right.
They do not.
I completely agree with you. I don't have a problem with it, but I understand why somebody would. That's just a difference of personal opinion. As far as deceiving or lying, he did say in the clip that you guys heard what I said this week. So I think he was...
Yeah, he said because he didn't go over to celebrate with the Eagles fans.
Well...
The Eagles fans don't give a damn whether Frank Reich was fired by the Indianapolis Colts.
But does Nick Sirianni understand that? He's kind of an eccentric, strange dude.
I think he's going with the Philly hat here. Where you're going with this, the Philly hat, like, fans care about Frank Reich because he got you your Super Bowl. Like, woo!
That's what he thinks.
Nobody cares.
When we actually don't, but he doesn't. I don't know that he knows that. He sees him as his mentor who came here and won a Super Bowl here. So he's like, well, these guys probably miss Frank Reich and this, that, and the other thing. And
okay, that's a reasonable doubt type of scenario.
Right, exactly.
The only thing is, though, he claims that he went over to celebrate with Eagles fans. That's not how you celebrate. First of all, you're not angry. He was clearly angry. When he even turns away from the crowd and comes back to his sideline, he is clearly angry. He's not smiling. He's not smiling. He's all no. He was angry. He was smiling. He wasn't smiling, going, "Yeah, we did it." It just is a strange look.
And he's a strange guy.
And he's a hell of a coach.
Yeah, but he is a strange guy. Like, and not
he is
not in like the Adam Gase looking around like he's on drugs guy. Like,
right.
But Nick Sirianni's an eccentric. He talks too much. Has these weird expressions, cares so much about his mental
and he
type
does
of guy.
And he does care.
And I do think there's points where like he sees things a certain way and like perceives that the fan base might see things like he.
I would just say, just tell us. Tell us. She got pissed off. He was getting taunted.
He was riding the roller coaster. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He went through just about every emotion. Yeah, that's what I mean. He went through about every emotion after that game. And I do really think that he may have yelled. Well, he did yell into a section in the Were Colts fans. I'm sure he was getting taunted at times. But I think knowing what he knows about Philadelphia and how short he's been here, he's like, wow, they got a Super Bowl from this guy. They must love him. And
we do. I think everybody does.
Right.
we'll always love
Right,
Frank
but-
Reich for that.
I don't know how many people
We didn't
around
care
here
that he
lost
got
sleep,
fired.
yeah, over him being fired.
Exactly. And maybe he just took that jump thinking, he
Right.
cares, we probably care.
He's a good dude. They love this good dude. I'm going to go show them that I did this for that guy they really like, and they're going to eat it up. And no, we really didn't.
Frank Reich is the one thing I'll say for Nick Sirianni is he is, I believe, it speaks to his genuine quality.
Totally.
The fact that he got that fired up about Frank Reich. But what I would also say is then, Coach, just be honest with us. Just tell us. It was about you. It was all about you. Nobody was caring about. We didn't care about Frank Reich being fired in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
Yeah, but I don't know that he's.
Well, if he didn't know
aware
that,
of
he's nuts. Then he's nuts.
He
Then
might be. He
then
might
he's
be nuts.
certifiably. He
But
might
he's a
be.
good football coach.
He
He's
is.
a damn good
No,
football
I
coach.
think he's doing a great
That's
job.
all I care about. A lot of football coaches are nuts. Belichick's nuts. Like,
Oh, he's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. It's Black Friday, and what do we have? We have Connor's Super Sale. It's a Black Friday super sale with Connor Thomas.
Yes,
now
we
this
do.
is a little strange. You're offering deals today. What is this? Is this on your OnlyFans or not?
No.
Okay, so this is not for
because
Connor's.
that does not exist.
This is not for Connor's OnlyFans.
Slide up on the story for the link. No,
Yeah, you-
no, we're offering deals because I love Black Friday. My brother's birthday's coming up on the 30th. So I always wait till Black Friday to buy his presents because I'm
Wow.
a cheap SOB.
I like that.
Why would I buy it for more when I can
why
get
would
it for
you?
less?
That doesn't make any sense.
But I was thinking about it and deals and where would you use deals right now. We have a lot of interesting contracts coming up in Philadelphia sports.
We do.
So for a currently tenured player who has been tendered a contract right now and has a contract coming up, which player in Philadelphia sports would you most want to get a deal on their next
Like a
contract?
Black Friday deal?
A Black Friday
What are we
deal.
talking? Like maybe like a 15% off, 20% off type of thing? Or?
Let's go 25%
Oh, wow.
off.
There's
That's
only-
wild. You see the price tag and you're like, what? That's amazing. They got the slash through the $699 and it's lowered down to like $499. I don't know.
Okay, there's lots of great offers that I could think of, but the number one thing, because it would be the most important to me, would be Jalen Hurts 25% off. But I had somebody else that I'm not going to mention, so that way Ray can mention them, hopefully, and it may be someone different, that I would also be this close to saying I'd like to use it on them too. But I'm going to go Jalen Hurts because I am absolutely believing that not only do you have to give Jalen Hurts a contract, I think Jalen Hurts has earned a contract. And if you tell me that we can get a bit of a discount on it, damn well. I'm all in because if he has a big January, you ain't getting no discount.
Yeah, you're paying out.
If this team goes to Arizona and plays in the Super Bowl, you're not getting a discount.
Yeah.
You're not getting win or lose the Super Bowl. You're not getting any kind of discount.
Start crunching those spreadsheets, Howie.
Yeah, you probably took the top guy off the market.
I did.
Right there.
No, I did.
Oh, 100%.
Ray, who do you like? You got another pick?
Yeah, I got to pick. Tyrese Maxey.
That was my
And that's the other-
one. That was my
yeah.
one that I was going to go with.
That one just makes sense. Yeah, salary cap leagues where you have to fit the numbers. That's where you're looking for the discounts. Maxey likely going to command the max, and you're going to want to continue to build around what remains after this title window with Embiid, Harden, and Maxey. I would want the discount there. Hurts probably would have been my number one pick, but hey, let's have a little difference.
I stole it. I mean, I literally stole the number one pick.
Well,
I took the lowest hanging fruit.
Yes.
But I also believe it's going to be the most important story maybe that we track in Philadelphia this next year.
Yeah, for sure.
This story, if it's not a game story, Jalen Hurts' contract is going to be the biggest story we talk about.
Certainly. And there's
What do you pay? What do you pay him, and what are you doing?
There's another one on the Eagles. I have long arms. I'll reach a little bit for some higher.
Okay, let me think about this.
Yeah, see if you can come up with it.
The next one on the Eagles
You should have this one.
is it's got to be Gardner Johnson.
Absolutely.
Because I went with him and Bradbury, and the thing is, I think Howie could maneuver the cap enough that if you gave me 25% off Bradbury's deal on a Black Friday deal, that we could lock down Bradbury.
That'd be interesting too.
So I would consider that.
Yeah, the way
But
I
I
look
think-
at Chauncey Gardner-Johnson this year, so I think this is me completely just reading tea leaves, but I think they left all that cap space, not just for the opportunity to sign players like Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh, but I think how he manipulated the cap to try and get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson signed. I think he probably was saying, well, let me play out this year because I think I'm going to have a really good year. I'm not ready to sign just yet. And now he's playing himself into a really, really, really expensive contract based on his age, his production. He's leading the NFL in interceptions still, I believe. So I think you're going to be looking at a big payday for him as well. If I could get a discount on that at the end of the season, that'd be nice.
Corner more than safety, though, right?
I don't know.
The safety market's not going to be as high priced as a corner market, right?
The ability to do both is going to price yourself through the roof.
Right.
He's a plug and play guy at this point.
Well, the thing is how much more do you have on Darius Slay? 1 year after this? I believe you guys have to look that one
it's
up.
still 1 more year.
I think it's one.
I think it was a 3-year deal.
I think you've got
Extension.
1 year of Darius Slay. I know that Howie could do this. Like, I know that there's no question in my mind that he could do this. That Darius Slay, you could work a deal where Howie could find a way to get Bradbury locked down. Darius Slay is under contract through 2026.
So he's signed through 2023 with void years.
With void
24
years?
and 25.
24 and 25 are void years.
Yes.
He signed through 26 is the way I'm reading it.
That's based on the restructure in March. So let me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we just pushed some money there. But
Yeah.
he's an unrestricted free agent in 2024.
Okay, I guess there's void years.
There's void years. So he's an unrestricted
yeah.
free agent in 2024.
Yeah.
So you only have one more year of Slay. I wouldn't pass on Bradbury, maybe.
There's a lot of interesting options.
There's
though.
really interesting options.
It tells you kind of, specifically looking at the Eagles, because salary cap manipulation in the NFL is important with that big of a roster. There's going to be some big contracts coming up in the near future that it's good that we trust Howie Roseman the way we do to handle the money side of his operation as GM, and it gets us in a really good spot for the Eagles if he handles it well.
Boy, future topic. Darius Slay's contract, his base salary was $1 million, under $1.1 million. He averaged less than $1.1 million in base salary the last 3 years. Next year, $17 million base salary.
That's a bit of a jump. We'll see what Howie does.
Restructured.
Yeah,
It is
restructured.
so
It has to be,
restructured.
yes. Scott in Center City joins us on The Fanatic. Scott, good morning. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Great to have you on the show.
So, just curious what you guys think about the NFC East, because Cowboys are in an absolute tear.
They are.
Dak's playing better than Jalen Hurts is currently.
No.
Yeah.
No. Dak turns over.
You do realize the 5 games that Dak's been back, the Cowboys are the number 1 scoring team in the NFL.
Yeah, he's not playing better than Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts knows how to protect the football.
Yeah, but Dak
it's good, though. It's good to be a Cowboys fan.
I mean, if you actually watched the game yesterday.
I did watch the game. Watched it all, Scott.
I understand. The first pick was on a free play. The offense messed up. He thought he had a free play.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Fine. The second one, I mean, bad luck. Usually that ball.
Bad luck. Yes, that's it. Yes.
But the thing is that you know what he does after the fact when he screws up, he stands in the pocket, comes back, and delivers.
Scott, take a Valium and shush for a second. It's a conversation. If you want to stay on the line, seriously, let's have a conversation. Don't just come on the air and start blathering. Stop.
Right.
You made like 50 points. I'm a Dak Prescott fan. So you're trying to convince me that Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. I'm a Dak Prescott fan. In fact, just the other day we were talking on the show. I think he is a much better passer than Jalen Hurts. Much better. So you're trying to convince somebody about like with diarrhea of the mouth that Dak Prescott's great. I'm a fan of Dak Prescott. He's a fantastic quarterback. One thing he doesn't have is between the ears, Jalen Hurts. He does not. He turns the ball over much more than Jalen, if you're going to be honest. He is a guy who makes bad decisions with the football, and he has come up extremely small at big times in his career. He's going to have to prove that that's not going to happen this time around. And so that's the things he's got to clean up on his resume. And one thing I can tell you here, your defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, I know him intimately well as a coach. I can tell you that he's prone to make some really stupid decisions too. And Mike McCarthy, by the way.
I agree. And Sirianni also makes some bad decisions. The last game they played, he had like 4 of the worst decisions I've ever seen.
Did you hear that?
Every coach does it.
And did you? But Scott, here's the thing: is though, did you hear the show Monday? That's all I had to do. That's all I talked about was how many bad decisions he made. The thing is, the difference here is. The difference is your blind Cowboy love. You're sitting there. You're going to tell me Mike McCarthy has a encyclopedia of stupidity that he's done.
Oh, I would love for Sean Payton to be our coach next year. That's what I would love for.
He won't be.
That's not the case. I understand that. I understand because Mike McCarthy is overachieving this year. That's fine. That's fine. We have the number 1 defense in the NFL, hands down.
No, it's not hands down. It's not hands down. It's by a point a game. It's like a point a game better than a point to a point and a half the other than like 3 or 4 other teams. Scott, here, you got to take it's enough Cowboy love for the day, but you got to take off the blue. We'll talk with any opposing fans, by the way. Just don't come on the air and be like, just have a conversation. And I love Dak. I'm a Dak Prescott fan, personally and professionally. I got to interview him multiple times when he was in college. I think that kid was incredibly impressive. But he's not between the years with Jalen Hurts is.
Yeah.
Physically, he's a better quarterback.
Listen, I don't know how you can look at the records right now and say that, like, oh, well, Cowboys, this, that, and the other thing.
Decidedly better.
They're not. They're frankly not. And we'll see you on Thanksgiving. We'll see you on Christmas Eve.
And we already saw them get dominated.
Right.
The Eagles dominated the Cowboys.
And also, we're going to see Sunday if the Eagles come out and demolish the Packers. Well, you guys just lost to 2 weeks ago. So,
I mean,
listen, Cowboys fans can be up all in their feelings about, this, that, and the other thing. We got on a run with Dak, and we're feeling good right now. Yeah, we'll see.
And what do Cowboys fans know is that next Thursday, what do they know? December's coming. It's coming. And we all know what the DNA is. The DNA is you're not going to be. Their defense is fantastic, but their defense just got torched by the Green Bay Packers. I mean, seriously, and lost to the Packers.
I'm not looking at the Cowboys as decidedly better than the top competition.
By the way, the Eagles' defense has given up 1.3 more points a game than the Cowboys. The Denver Broncos have given up 0.1 more points a game than the Cowboys. The San Francisco 49ers have given up 0.3 points per game more than the Cowboys. The Buccaneers, 1 point more than the Cowboys. The Bills, 1.1 more points than the Cowboys. The Cowboys are hands down the best defense. Stop!
Yeah,
just stop the nonsense.
Dallas, you have
they're very good. They're good.
You have a good football team.
I think a very good. I think very. I'll put the very.
Sure, call them very good. They're not as good as you think they are.
Yes,
they're not.
You can't.
They're very good. They're not as good as you think they are. And you know what? You can replay that every year from now to eternity because that's how Cowboys fans handle their business. Your team, no matter if they're very good or not, is not as good as you think they are, and we're going to find out.
And we also knew is that all you can tell by Cowboy fans, and you can always tell it, Eagle fans will have just similar to what baseball fans we were talking about earlier. Baseball fans will have the knives out for their own sport constantly. The Cowboy fan, you don't hear from them when the Eagles kick the Cowboys. When the Eagles kick the Cowboys' ass, as Anthony says, they're the cockroaches under the fridge because they never come out and show themselves. But it's like, oh wow, I got my hat out. We won today. There weren't no Cowboy fans prancing around beating their chests after the Green Bay game. Dude, that's the first time they blew a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter in their history. You realize that?
Yeah.
How great that is for their franchise. And I'm going to compliment the Cowboys. They had never blown a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter for a loss.
Can't say that anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
It's amazing. It is really just amazing having your own time slot on Thanksgiving and what it'll do for your ego, what it'll do for your head. Just being able to see your team win and what today brings for them.
Yes. And guess what? I say if it's excellent teams, very good teams, what goes good, then average, then fair, whatever.
I don't think we need that many categories.
Guess what? I don't put the Eagles in excellent yet.
You don't?
No. I put them as the top of the very goods.
I put them in excellent.
You do?
Yeah.
The record is excellent. I have the last 3 weeks have moved them from excellent down. The last 3 weeks have been major question mark for me.
I think it's a midseason lull.
It could be.
That doesn't make me worry about because I look at a team's ceiling.
Right.
The Eagles' ceiling is higher than Dallas.
No questions.
Definitively to me.
Now it's just a question of how that works. That secondary of Dallas, I think there's a chance to get worked a little bit.
Micah Parsons is a monster, though.
He is amazing. Man, he's amazing. We said nice things about the Cowboys, too. You can be objective.
Makes me want to throw up.
We have a ray of sunshine coming, though, that's going to play to exactly what we heard coming up. Plus, the NFC race and the NFC East race, they're really sort of tied right at the hip. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Look, many of you are in the same position that we were in last year. Our family had a high school seat, looking at colleges, trying to make the decision to narrow down the choices, and the financial ramifications for families are real. That's why you go to College Ave Student Loans. It's a shortcut on the road to college because you're going to take out a loan, and you want to be able to use their student loan calculator to figure out how much are you going to have to pay back once you get the parchment? Because, yes, you have to pay back loans. Something good to learn in college. You learn that when you sign for a loan, you're going to pay for it. College Ave lets you make an intelligent decision before you sign for it. They work the system with you and your family. It's great. Plus, your student can register for a $5,000 scholarship they could potentially win, and there's no purchase necessary. So sit down with your college-bound senior today. Do it this weekend, anytime you can. Log on together, be part of the process. Go to collegeav.com. That's collegeav.com.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer. Yep, that's me, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. People ask me all the time, what does this mean, I hate Steven Singer? Well, for starters, my competition really hates me. Here's why. Watch as we get closer and closer to Black Friday. All my competition will start having their crappy sales. 70% off sale. 70% off what? I must be in a business of idiots. You tell me, what magical, mystical thing happened that made this diamond ring 70% less? Isn't it the truth that they just took a $300 ring and these idiots jacked up the price to $1,000 and then tried to sell it to you at 70% off for $300? Which probably, by the way, it's still not worth. You're just too smart to buy this crap. Come to Steven Singer on Jewelers Row. One place, one price. Visit us at the other corner of 8th and Walnut at our flagship store, or on the phone at 888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER, or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. Visit the real Steven Singer and find out why all the other jewelers in America hate me.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. Get more kicks out of every World Soccer match with FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge. Now's the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot. New customers get $125 in free bets. Guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app using promo code BOB. It's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Then bet on everything from the money line to goals scored to corners. FanDuel even lets you combine bets for a chance at a bigger payout with a same-game parlay. You'll get paid your winnings instantly. Don't miss your chance to get $125 in free bets, win or lose, when you join FanDuel with promo code BOB. Make every moment more with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
21 plus in present PA. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Nissan, how do you get to the top?
Calculating. Proceed to 1959. Take a hard left in East Africa at the 71 Safari Rally. Veer right for 19 off-road championships in the Baja Desert. Proceed towards Moab. Take the trail to Hell's Revenge. Include steep incline. Continue for the next 1,000,000 miles.
Where to first again?
60 years, millions of miles, and the capability to take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
It's because you know how much I love locally owned and operated businesses here in Philadelphia. So when I found out that Peruzzi Nissan wanted to be part of the Anthony Gargano show, I was thrilled. His family, they've been owners for over 40 years. These guys have been a pillar of the community. They themselves supporting local business. That's how they live their mission. Our business is you. The newer certified pre-owned vehicle on your list is at Peruzzi Nissan right now. Visit them on Lincoln Highway in Fairless Hills or at any time at PeruzziNissan.com. And remember, at Peruzzi, our business is you.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge.
But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $69.99.
You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Yo, Philly. It's time to get goated at phillygoat.com, the world's greatest online store for Philly apparel. Don't settle for the same old merch everyone else wears. You deserve better. Go to phillygoat.com and wear your Philly pride on your sleeve. Literally, whether you love the birds, the fightins, water ice, scrapple, or soft pretzels, we got a joint for that over at phillygoat.com. So head to phillygoat.com and use code FANATIC for 15% off. Don't let people think you're from Dallas. Shop at Philly Goat. Go Birds!
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network and the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply.
The life of a Philly sports fan is a wild ride. Some years we fly high. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game. Shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on SEPTA. On the way to the tailgate, coin toss, and kickoff, the Broad Street line takes us from home to home field, and this season home free thanks to Bet Parks. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home. Sponsored by Bet Parks at iseptaphilly.com.
Hey, this is Bob Cooney, and this is the Game Plan for Victory, brought to you by Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. What's your game plan for this weekend? Well, the game plan for victory against the Green Bay Packers is simple. Don't let Aaron Rodgers think he has a chance to win the game. That's right. If I'm Nick Sirianni, I'm looking not only to get up on these Packers early, but get up on them often. Score points quickly. Don't let that Green Bay offense think that they have a chance to come back and win a game. This should be a winnable game for the Eagles. Do it that way. Get up early. And this game plan for victory is brought to you by Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Need a game plan for a winning weekend? Live Casino and Hotel has you covered with world-class gaming, luxury hotel accommodations, and premier dining and entertainment. The ultimate game day watch party headquarters presented by Bud Light. Catch the action at Sports and Social or Center Bar with giveaways, contests, and special alumni appearances. Sip on specialty cocktails at the Prime Rib. Try Philly favorites with a twist at Luck Fu, like cheesesteak egg rolls or Philly rolls. Enjoy $5 Bud Lights every game. Game days at Live, presented by Bud Light. To learn more, visit livecasinophilly.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincade Show.
The show's a hit. Yes, the critics love it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Is it the food you eat on Thanksgiving or the amount of food you eat on Thanksgiving that makes you feel so just sort of spent? Because everybody just sort of goes into that food coma. I think it must be the food. Because I didn't overeat yesterday. I ate more than I guess
certainly did.
I ate more than I normally do, so I guess I did. So I guess by definition I did overeat. But I didn't eat like a stuffed pig.
Yeah, it's both, I think. I think it's a combination of the two. The tryptophan in the turkey that they're always talking about knocks you out. But
I love stuffing.
I had so much. So, is this a violation?
What's that?
I was over, so I went to my mom's boyfriend's house for Thanksgiving Eve, or his family's house. We were over somebody else's house.
Okay.
And I finished my plate and was the first person at this house, not a member of the family or anything, to get seconds.
Yes.
It's Thanksgiving. We build this holiday around the food. If we're not going to celebrate the food and go get seconds, what are we even doing here?
I did feel a little weird being the first person
I sort
up,
of feel being the first person up is somebody who is part of the household.
Nah, you're breaking the ice.
But it was the second time. I was like the second to last person to get a plate the first time through.
Oh.
They did like buffet style.
Okay, no, see. By the way, that is the way to do it.
Absolutely. I hate the passing stuff around the table.
Christina puts everything out on the island. And then you take your plate from your spot where you're
walk
sitting.
around and then go sit
and
back
you
down.
walk around and then you go back and you sit. I hate it when the table is filled with food.
Yeah, it's dumb. Didn't Henry Ford fix this problem back in like 1901?
Henry Ford fixed the Thanksgiving table?
Yeah, the
I didn't realize this.
streamlined method of doing something. I thought it was Ford. Might have been somebody else.
How they put together cars. Yeah.
You mean like a conveyor belt?
Conveyor belt. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Type of thing. No, I'm just saying is that putting everything out on the island. The island is a clutch item.
It is.
Having the island is
It's massive.
I did not think we needed the size island that we have. My wife was like, "Yeah, you want it," and now I see why you want it.
Yeah.
Because it's the
You
island.
gather around the island almost more than you gather around the table.
Yes, people love sitting on the bar stools.
Appetizers at the island.
We never
Oh,
sit.
big time.
We never
Deviled
sit.
eggs?
Oh yeah.
We never
Big time.
sit at the bar stools.
Crush it, deviled
What?
eggs.
No one in our house sits at the bar stools. My wife, my daughter, or I. They're literally decorative. Whenever we have anybody over, it's the bar stools are like first thing grabbed, which is weird because we never use the bar stools. Sit underneath the island and eat away.
Bar stools I feel like are underutilized in the household.
They
I have two.
Liv wants them for her apartment. Next year at Temple, her apartment at Temple, right?
She's not old enough to go to the bar. What do you need bar stools for?
She wants bar stools.
We've got them in my apartment.
So you do.
They're
She gets
utilized.
Study stools.
They are utilized. Study stools. Please.
Bar stools.
She's enjoying she's enjoying college life, Ray. She
Temple,
really
good
is.
time.
She really is.
I enjoyed it.
It's so weird that because when I went to Temple, it wasn't the cool school. And now, like everywhere she goes, she meets people who go to Temple, or she meets people who went to Temple. When I went there, it was not the same situation. Maybe because I was there, it wasn't the cool school. Might be a
Possible.
theory.
Checks out.
Might be a theory.
Do you have enough uncoolness to bring down an entire campus?
No.
I see.
No.
I can't hang that all on you.
No, I wouldn't.
It may be a contributing
I said
factor.
is
I
that,
won't say it's
you know,
not that.
I would say Professor Kincade will not do anything like that to bring down the cool factor of the school.
You're gonna be the cool professor.
But Ray is going to get the scouting report, though.
I will have a typed
Ray's
up
gonna-
scouting report ready to go.
Ray's going to have scouting reports constantly on the class, and well, we think it's good, we think it's fun, we think he's an a-hole, whatever it is. We'll get the.
I'll have the pulse. My finger on the pulse
You
of
will.
people. Really.
You will. We need that.
Raise the mole. Huh?
We got people. He will be. We have a lot of people, though, who want to get in with us. And on this day after Thanksgiving, John Kincade Show. He's Connor Thomas. You may not know Ray Dunn, but if you don't, you will get to know him quickly here running the show. And we appreciate it. The guys having the day off this morning. I got to work. I've always worked the day after Thanksgiving because my entire career, especially when I was down south, it was always the setup of Georgia Tech, which literally the whole state just shuts down for. So you weren't off the day after Thanksgiving. So I've just always worked. So I will take off my birthday with this comp day that I earned today. I'll take off my birthday, so
Nice.
I don't have to work. Jason in New Jersey joins us. Jason, good morning. You're on the Fanatic.
Good morning, guys. Happy post-Thanksgiving.
Thank you for holding on.
Friday. How are you guys?
Good, buddy.
Very good. Yeah, I would like to talk about the comparison. I know the last caller was making it seem like Dak Prescott is like the greatest quarterback in the league right now. He's good. The problem with him is he's making bad decisions, and that's probably the only thing I'd say that Jalen Hurts has over Dak Prescott. But the thing is, Prescott also redeems himself after he makes the mistake. Before the problem is, like I said, to me, if you watch Dallas, the biggest problem they have is Kellen Moore. If you saw what he did, what he had the offense do on that 4th and 1 or 4th and inches.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, first of all, if you're going to make a play call, don't run it right in the middle of a pile of bodies. You call a bootleg or a play action. You fake the run. You don't call a draw play and run them into a stacked box. That's the problem Dallas has.
I think I do not understand why his stock is so high, Jason.
You know what? Kellen Moore, it's funny because he can make brilliant play calls, but when the game matters or in a certain matter situation, he stinks. He stinks. And Mike McCarthy, there's times where for the first time, as a Cowboys fan, I actually saw McCarthy do something that actually was positive, which is him throwing the notepad on the ground when they lost to Green Bay. It's like that was the first time I've ever seen him get mad, and I'm like, thank you, goodness. There is humility to a coach.
I think that I would say it's a small sample size, but I trust Sirianni. I trust Sirianni more than McCarthy.
Yeah, no,
I actually trust Steichen on the offensive side more. But I'm a Dak Prescott fan as far as his talent and skill set. But I think the only thing where Jalen Hurts is clearly better than him is between the ears.
Yeah, I agree with that. Another thing is you look at what Dallas. Okay, so I actually pinpointed something that Steichen does when I watched the Minnesota game.
Okay.
Right, is he had Jalen Hurts throwing, and when the team was up by 2 touchdowns, and I'm like, why is he having Hurts throw instead of having him run the ball? You know what I mean?
What do you think? But what do you think he's doing that for?
I mean, here's my thing. When you have a 2-touchdown lead, I mean, I think any coach or any fan knows you got to run the ball.
Right.
You got to run the ball. Because just like that, he threw a pick, and the Vikings, if they were good enough, could have came back and done it. I like the one thing I like about. Thanks, Jason. See, you could talk to a Cowboys fan that's reasonable, and a very reasonable Cowboys fan. You can talk to him. It's fine.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, real quick, not to totally derail this, but speaking about bad Dak Prescott decisions, you see his phone screen? Did you catch that?
Lame.
No.
So lame.
Oh, my God.
What, is he on his own phone screen?
On the broadcast, his phone background, his lock screen background, is a picture of Dak Prescott.
Okay.
It's him in his Cowboys uniform.
Ray, we're on YouTube. Hold up your phone. Give people a glimpse of your screen. Okay, what is that picture? It is you and your lovely lady?
That is.
That's a good choice. Me, I'm a dad. It's my lovely wife and daughter. Connor, show yours.
I don't have a cell phone.
Yes, you do.
Oh, no.
Connor.
I don't have a cell phone.
Connor, show it. Connor, show it.
Oh, no.
Yes, he does. Show it, Connor.
Sorry, it's
Connor,
broken.
show it. It's Connor's college baseball jersey with his name on the back with his number.
I respect it way more than the Prescott.
It's better than Prescott?
Yes, because I'm a washed-up Division III baseball player. So it's kind of
on the douchey scale,
nostalgic.
It's close on the douchey scale.
No, not remotely.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
He's an NFL quarterback.
I hear Bruce
Stop
Springsteen.
It.
Glory
Stop
days.
It. Exactly.
Yeah, they'll pass you by.
Now, if I was playing in college and my picture was my jersey or whatever, that's
you
fine.
put your college jersey number up. And your college baseball jersey.
This isn't about me. It's about Dak Prescott being an idiot.
You took a shot at Dak Prescott, and you walked into that one. Now, who do you think Haley has on hers?
West Virginia.
Yeah, probably.
West Virginia.
Like a picture of
a lot of
Haley
singing out of you today, huh?
Haley, Mountain Mama. The Mountain Mama is working 2 jobs today. And she said to me earlier, so they pay Connor and Heavy Chevy to do this? She thought it was easy.
She's trying to take money away from me?
She
What's
thought that
going
was
on out
simple.
there?
Chevy.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
beef.
see.
Chevy,
It's her cat. Haley has her cat, Stella.
Okay.
Stella.
That's cool.
So, in other words, Connor, very much like Dak Prescott.
It's not a picture of me,
I
though.
can't believe he has Dak Prescott as his screensaver.
Yeah, but it was like a
That's
picture
terrible.
of him, like the back with his name and the number, right? That was
Right,
it?
helmet
Yeah.
on, like full uniform or
like,
whatever. Like,
give me a
come on,
break.
bro.
Oh, my gosh.
Get out of here. What do you think?
Lame.
Jalen Hurts definitely
All right,
doesn't
let's
have
hear.
himself as his...
No, I'm telling you. But
1-0 is his
by the way,
background. Just 1-0.
By the way,
Rents due.
the girls in my house, have you ever watched Criminal Minds?
No.
The show Criminal Minds?
No, not a big.
It's a huge,
half an episode.
huge show that my girls have binged. I've seen probably 10 episodes, and every one of them makes me want to have a nightmare because it's like, I guess they track serial killers and stuff, and it's really like horribly frightening. They love Shamar Moore, who is one of the stars of that show. Very good-looking man. And my girls both think Jalen Hurts is a Shamar Moore knockoff. They think he is just, and they saw his commercial yesterday. Great commercial. Did you see his first national ad?
What, Hurts?
For Columbia?
Yeah.
That's a great
they,
ad.
They aired that during the Monday night.
That's a great ad. Great ad. He did a great job with it, and he's working his brand. But my girls are like, he is so handsome. They're all over Jalen.
Good-looking man.
Jalen's working it. Jalen's working it from all angles. Better looking than Dak by a mile. Let's be honest. Come on, Dak. Andrew's on a cell. Andrew, good morning. You're on The Fanatic.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good to hear from you, buddy. What's going on? You going to work today or not?
I have the day off. I've actually just arrived at King of Prussia Mall. There is literally there are parking spaces here. It is not packed at all.
Really? Okay, that's really, I'm surprised at that.
Yes. So,
all right.
To answer food etiquette at the table, I have been taught that once you're done your plate, you wait until others are done, and if someone notices that you are done, that say the host of the house say, hey, Connor, I see that you're done. Are you still hungry? Would you like to go back for seconds? You get asked first if you want to go back for seconds so you don't look like that guy. Like, oh, I'm going to eat everything on the.
See, now I can tell you in my family gatherings that would absolutely not be the case because we aren't that classy, Andrew. Like in our house, my wife would be offended if you didn't go eat.
I would say appropriate in waiting for other people to finish. But in terms of the Eagles' contracts, I guess with me, I'm more of a sensible person when it comes to finances. When it comes to spreading money out where it's supposed to be dealt, I guess with me is I would like to see, and I know this will never happen, is have Jalen Hurts take a very humble contract and then be able to spread the rest of that money out to other players who, when they come up on contract years, who have that extra money in hand. Or if there are other players that are free agents, then you have that other money in hand as well.
Here's what Andrew, here's what I'm going to say to you is, and I appreciate your call today. Be careful at the mall. Jalen Hurts already has a very humble contract as a second-round pick. And Jalen Hurts should get every dollar that he can within reason, but he doesn't have to be Aaron Rodgers, looking to grab every single dollar and then complaining that he doesn't have enough talent around him because they had to pay you every stinking dollar.
Yeah, and he should get every dollar that he's
earning his money.
Will he? I don't know.
I do not think Howie's going to break the bank paying him.
I don't think Hurts is going to want Howie to break the bank to pay him.
Wow. That's very humble then. Then maybe Andrew gets his wish. That it is humble. Well, wait a minute here. If the Giants were reportedly willing to offer $25 million a year to Daniel Jones, if I told you $32 million a year for Jalen Hurts,
yeah, I got no issue with that.
So you have no issue with
Sign
that, right?
the deal.
Okay.
Print that right
now. What if I told you 35? Sure.
I mean, any number you say, I'm going to say yes to.
So you're going to say yes to any number.
Right.
Well, what if we start getting into elite money? Like if you're telling me you're going to pay him like Mahomes.
I got to see what he looks like in the playoffs.
Right.
But if how he's playing this season carries over to January.
Okay.
Yeah, roll up the Brinks truck.
Hey, brought to you by Martin Laws, the 8 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. Do you believe, young Ray Dunn, that a blueprint has been sort of dropped in the laps of people watching the Cowboys? Do you think they're built to beat the Eagles?
I think there's a blueprint out there. I think the book on the Eagles right now is New York Times bestseller, and everyone's trying to get their hands on it to read it and beat them because they are the target right now in the NFC. And I'm watching yesterday as I'm watching the Giants and Cowboys play, and I'm trying to get a read on, okay, I don't like to play the Eagles played the Cowboys. How does that match up with the Giants? Because they beat the Cowboys. Can the Eagles beat the Giants that way? I like playing the game of how is this team playing right now and how can they use that game plan and adapt it to go against the Eagles. And I'm looking at a couple of drives for the Cowboys where they're taking a lot of plays. They're taking a lot of time. They're able to work their way down the field. You look at this two running back setup they've got right now with Zeke and Pollard, where Pollard's definitely the more talented back. We can
right
talk
now
about
he
that.
is, yeah.
We can talk about that another time. But they're able to grind you down like that. And I think the best way for the Cowboys right now, especially when it comes up to matching up with the Eagles, is not letting Dak make the mistake and letting them work the space to the middle of the field and attacking the slow, methodical way that the Eagles have been broken down to the last few weeks. And I think they were able to do that a number of times. There was a drive, their first touchdown drive, 11 plays, 93 yards over 6 minutes. They had another touchdown drive that went 7.5 minutes. And they had a fourth touchdown drive that went about 6 minutes. They took a lot of time off the clock. They went 34 minutes with the ball. The Eagles, when they beat the Cowboys, had the ball for 34.5 minutes. I think the game plan and the blueprint for this Cowboys team, you saw what they did to the Giants. If they can execute that way against the Eagles, they've got the blueprint for being the Eagles.
Here's the only thing is, I don't believe they're going to be able to exploit the secondary of the Eagles like they were the Giants. I think they're going to have to be a lot less aggressive in the passing game. Is that, and you sort of said.
I think that plays to them. If the Eagles are not trying to go with matching up corners to receivers and actually not giving them the cushion and not letting them work some underneath passes, because the beginning of that Colts game, the first thing I saw outside the running game was pass right down the middle of the field, slant across the middle of the field that goes for 40 yards because they're giving too much cushion, they're giving too much space over the middle because they want to give you that underneath. They want to be able to come up and make plays. If they're able to execute some sort of game plan like that, the Cowboys, that's where I start to run into concern. I want Dak to try and push down the field because I believe in the secondary. I don't believe that they're going to be aggressive enough because I haven't seen it enough over the last couple of weeks from this defense.
I think it's a very good observation.
Yeah,
it's a good-
that's the blueprint to beat them exactly. And Dallas.
How many teams could do that? San Francisco could do that, right?
Yeah,
Right.
San Francisco could only do that because Jimmy G doesn't push the ball down.
There's a lot of teams that could potentially do it.
Minnesota could. And
I don't believe Minnesota could.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. I don't see Minnesota doing the same. Maybe it's because of the fact that I don't trust. Like, first of all, I think that where he's saying the Dallas defense is the best, I think the 49ers defense is the best.
They're comparable.
Oh yeah.
I'd probably give my nod to Dallas.
Neighborhood.
But,
Really,
but
you
yeah,
would?
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you. I think the physicality of the 49ers defense is nasty. They just nasty. And they are a team that just they don't give up a ton of points.
I also wonder, though, we kind of talked about this a little bit off air, how much of the strong defensive performances this year play into there aren't that many good quarterbacks and that many good offenses out there this season. It's been a weird drop-off offensively, and not to take stuff away from good defenses, because there are really good defenses out there. But are those numbers inflated because of the lack of quality opponents out there for these teams? And when they see an offense like the Eagles, could we see that, maybe those defenses shouldn't be as feared as what we think they are when they play, I don't know, Seattle, Washington, teams like that?
Have a totally tubular 80s New Year's Eve at Rivers, Morris Day and the Time, December 30th, and the 80s New Year's Eve party at Rivers Casino. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Are you of your era? Will you gentlemen in your era now, you're a few years younger than Connor, but you're all in that same mix, Ray. Do you show the proper respect to 80s music, which was a great era of music, just stupid, fun music?
It's good music. I listened to it.
That sounded a little mealy-mouthed.
Well, Saturday mornings growing up, my dad would, get work done in the basement. He'd have 80s music on, so I kind of came up with it. That's what I listened to. So
Good.
I appreciate it. I'll listen to it. I don't know if I'm always seeking it out.
Would you rather have the grungy, sad droning of the 90s?
No. I'm definitely more happy music over.
More happy music.
Yeah.
Well, you like country.
Yeah.
Which I think tends to be. By the way, country has swung much happier.
Yeah, it has.
It never went. My dad loved country as a kid, and there was a channel in Philadelphia that was at the end of the AM dial,
right,
where the country music station was. It wasn't popular.
Well,
and
that's why.
Because my dad loved it, but it was
because the people who sung it were just regular guys who hadn't made money because you can't make money singing country music, and you're sad, and your dog's dead, and your wife left you, and your truck broke, and now it's like, well, it's popular, so you're a millionaire, so it's happier music.
Yeah, people are having a good time.
Yeah.
Are you?
You just destroyed a ton of country singers.
Do you have the proper?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm imagining the life of that guy. Now I'm feeling for the guy.
Yeah,
I don't even know the guy, but I feel
hard being a country singer.
My brother and I were saying yesterday, my dad used to deliver 400 to 500 households the Philadelphia Bulletin, which was the nighttime paper. So my dad was a mailman by day, and then would drive over right near our offices in Balkenwood, go to some barn. I don't know where this barn is, but it's where
random barn?
It was a barn where you would pick up the Philadelphia Bulletin.
Okay.
And so all the guys who delivered the Philadelphia Bulletin around in their cars, they'd drive around in their cars, would go there, pick up the papers, and then deliver them. So my dad worked 2 jobs for a long time and did that. My brother and I were talking yesterday, and we're telling my buddy Ed how on Thanksgiving morning, they would have the big Black Friday sales coming up. So there'd be this huge Thanksgiving newspaper, maybe the biggest paper of the year. And my dad would say to one of us, you want to get up and help on Thanksgiving morning to wrap the papers. Oh, my God. Both my brother and I would puke out of the car from the smell of the ink.
What?
The smell? 500, yes. When you put 500 newspapers in a car.
How does ink smell? It's just like writing on paper.
No. The newspapers had a distinct smell. My brother and I both would barf. My dad would have to pull over for Doc to get out of the car so he could barf and then get back in the car and get back to wrapping up newspapers.
It's crazy to me because I can't smell, so there's certain things that
you're lucky
I'm like,
you can't smell newspapers.
There's certain things that I look at where I'm like, that smells?
And
I can't imagine that having a smell at all.
If you had a car full of newspapers, it would always make me like, I would sit in the car empty, and it was a station wagon. I had to sit in the back of the station wagon where the giant window of the station wagon was open.
Yeah.
If I had to wrap papers to try to help out because I would want to puke out the back.
Yeah,
It
I
was
can't even
that bad.
imagine. I can smell, and I can't imagine what
Do you
that
know
smell
that
would be
smell?
like. To,
It's-
I know the smell of a
it's-
newspaper, but I can't imagine it 500 times.
Like 500 papers
Yeah.
in one car. Oh my God, Connor! I tell you, you're lucky you
I
can't
can't
smell.
even grasp this concept.
And Tom would have gotten you out of bed to help on big mornings like that to
I'm
help
an
out
early
and
riser.
deliver. He could have helped out.
Yeah.
And he would. My dad would give us money, like for helping out. And
Sounds like you're earning it there.
yes, all you're doing is putting newspapers, wrapping them with a rubber band. And if it wasn't raining, but if it was raining, you had to put them in like the bread bag.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that was a pain in the butt. So, hey, the BetParks Casino and Sportsbook app, it's awesome. Odds, slots, bets, and games all coming together in perfect harmony right in your pocket. Download it now at betparks.com. BetParks took a beating yesterday from me. I cashed it yesterday. See if I can do it again today. So, Bryce is going to miss significant time. Connor is going to make a guarantee. Ray, grab it on tape. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I know the greatest wellness concept out there that I've been introduced to, and I love it. It's Stretch Zone. And all of you need to try this because it's free to have your first stretch. A 30-minute stretch session at any of Stretch Zone's 10 area locations is free for you. And you go to stretchzone.com to find the one closest to you. What is it? I sent Ricky Bo. He was a professional athlete. And he told me, he said, John, that was every bit as good as me getting stretched out after a major league start. You lay down on a table, and the staff member, now I got a great guy, Austin and Exton is fantastic. They strap you down on the table, they position your body, and they isolate your muscles. They stretch out my hip, stretch out my legs. My legs can go at angles right now that I never thought they could. I can now stretch. I have lower back pain that used to bother me some days. Not at all. I did yard work a couple weeks ago. I felt no pain the next day. Stretch Zone helps you increase your range of motion. It's awesome. And in the spring, it's going to help me with my golf game. Go to stretchzone.com. Book a free 30-minute stretch session today. Go to stretchzone.com. Tell them I sent you.
The John Kincade Show
They're like the family from hell on acid that's on steroids.
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Football Fridays on The Fanatic are presented by Pump Man Philly. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Make this a Thanksgiving to remember with FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge. It's America's #1 sports book. Because when you bet an NFL same-game parlay, from now through November 28th, all customers can get up to $100 in free bets, win or lose. Just use promo code FANATIC, bet an NFL SGP or SGB plus of at least $20. The bigger your bet, the more you'll get back in free bets. Same game parlays are the perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at a larger payday. Build your own or choose from one of the popular pre-built SGPs. However you want to play, get up to $100 in free bets, win or lose. That's huge when you bet an NFL same game parlay of 4 legs or more. New to FanDuel, just sign up with promo code FANATIC and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max free bets $100. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Hunter from my friends at FC Kerbeck. My family's been buying trucks and SUVs from Kerbeck for longer than I can remember. As a matter of fact, I just got my new truck from Kerbeck a few months back. Why Kerbeck? Because they always have the best selection at the lowest price. Period. And FC Kerbeck now has another exclusive money-saving offer just for you. That's right, Kerbeck will now handle half of your sales tax. Yes, 50% off your sales tax handled by Kerbeck. That's half off. FC Kerbeck is overstocked with pre-owned Cadillacs, new and pre-owned Buicks and GMCs, as low as 3.99% APR financing for 72 months, or lease a brand new 2022 GMC Terrain from $199 per month. At the foot of the Tacony Palmyra Bridge is where you'll find the best selection and the best price, and right now it's where you'll find half off sales tax. For more information, dial 1-800-KERBECK or click KerbeckCars.com.
'Twas the holiday season at Total Wine & More. So many friends that you need to shop for. Gifts on their shelves are so easy to find. Just what you love for your loved ones in mind. Your father likes bourbon Cabernet for your sis. Champagne for a coworker? Never a miss. All perfectly priced as low as can be. Shop Total Wine for them and for me.
Love what you find. Always lowest prices at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly, B21.
This holiday season, switch to Boost Mobile and get a single line unlimited plan for $25 a month and
a partridge in a pear tree
coverage on America's largest 5G networks.
How about 7 swans of swimming?
No, but if you're not satisfied within the first 30 days, Boost gives you your money back.
Turtle doves, French hens?
The lowest truly unlimited plan on the market, one line for $25 a month when you switch.
I'll take it.
Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer. New customers only. One line for $25 per month with autopay. Device must be returned in like new condition. Monthly service refunded via e-gift card. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
This week at Staples, save 60% on.
Thanks for your business this year.
Save 60% on.
Happy holidays, Nana.
Save 60% on.
You are cordially invited.
Right now at Staples, you can save 60% on custom printed holiday cards and invitations. So you can say, thanks for a great year. Happy holidays. Or come on over, all for less. For everything you need printed this holiday, go to Staples, the working and learning store. In-store and online. Ends 12/3. Exclusions and restrictions apply.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Yo, Philly, it's time to get goated at phillygoat.com, the world's greatest online store for Philly apparel. Don't settle for the same old merch everyone else wears. You deserve better. Go to phillygoat.com and wear your Philly pride on your sleeve. Literally, whether you love the birds, the fightins, water ice, scrapple, or soft pretzels, we got a joint for that over at phillygoat.com. So head to phillygoat.com and use code FANATIC for 15% off. Don't let people think you're from Dallas. Shop at Philly Goat. Go Birds!
When you hire a lawyer, two important factors are experience and trust. And Philly residents have trusted Rosenbaum Injury Law for over 30 years. What might surprise you is John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan is from Florida. While he likes to brag about all his results, what he doesn't tell you is they're not from Philly. That's because he just opened a Philly office in 2017. Rosenbaum Injury Law. Experienced in Philly and results in Philly.
Primo Hoagies has a primo deal on Primo gift cards this holiday season. Right now, buy a $25 gift card and get a $5 bonus card, or buy a $100 gift card and get a $25 bonus card this Christmas. Make it Primo, not just a hoagie. It's Primo.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now because game day is so close you can almost taste it. Football watching better with Pepsi.
This football season, you can turn game days into paydays when you visit FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. With more than 20 TVs, you'll never miss a play. And with over 30 betting kiosks, it's easy to get in on the action with America's #1 sportsbook. Plus, enjoy exclusive events and promotions. Visit FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Open 7 days a week. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Cuz. Score the biggest savings of the year during Colonial Marble and Granite's Black Friday Super Sale. Save 30% off all stone kitchen countertops, 35% off all kitchen cabinetry, plus 60% off select exotic stone. Get zero money down, 0% financing on purchases of $19.99 or more. Get that kitchen and bathroom of your dreams. Stop into one of their area showrooms or at colonialmarble.net and tell them Cuz sent you.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. By the way, if you wanted to be part of our special Tuesday broadcast to go on Giving Tuesday live from our performance studio here at The Fanatic, there are still a few chairs left. Intimate experience, $50. Your benefit, you'll donate that, and it'll be benefiting the AACR, 100% of the proceeds. Breakfast from Pagano's, live viewing of the show right in front of you. You'll be our live audience. $25 gift card to Rally House is yours as a gift, and a great gift from Steven Singer Jewelers. So you're getting a $25 Rally House gift card and a gift from Steven Singer Jewelers, and that's in for your $50 donation to the AACR.
It's a great deal.
Yeah, get tickets and complete details now at 97.5thefanatic.com.
I'm excited for that. That's
very exciting.
It's gonna be really. That's going to be a really fun day for a great cause. I can't wait, and it's awesome the stuff that we do along with the ACR.
I like it.
For that.
It is good. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it too.
Got a quick warning, real quick. Though.
What's the real warning?
We have an enemy in our midst.
What?
In the YouTube chat, Sam from England is in there riling everybody up in the YouTube chat.
Hey,
I love
Sam.
Sam from England, but
Sam, in the only scoreboard that mattered, USA won, England nothing. Let's be honest. Nothing's going to change that. At the end of the day,
they did burn the White House.
I'd say 1-0-1. I would say you played to a tie in 1812.
Yeah, 1812. They kind of had hands
to a
little
tie.
bit.
well, no. You did, but please, they have not managed to. They did not manage to beat us.
I like Sam from England, but I don't know how I feel about him being in the YouTube chat riling everybody up on match day.
We like our English friends, but not this afternoon. We don't.
No. Sam from England, this is the only day that we're going to have beef. Other than that, great guy.
Do you think Sam has everybody has like towels in their kitchen to like wash your hands with and everything? You think he's got like King Charles and Camilla towels?
No, he's probably got Eagles towels.
I think he's got Eagles towels. I'm hoping he does.
He strikes me as an Eagles towels type.
My nephew lives in England, lives in a suburb of England, and he was a rocket scientist. And he went over to England, and he's now married, and
That's an interesting life.
So what does he compare difficult things to? Because he can't be like, well, it's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. And wait a minute, though. He did go to Florida State. So
hey, they're down by where they launched the rockets, though. I'm sure they got a good
I don't
space
know
program.
that I'm getting in a rocket designed by a Florida State grad. I'm just thinking, if you tell me it's an MIT grad, you tell me
they don't launch rockets from Massachusetts,
like
John. They launch them from Florida.
Like Connor Ray and I look at each other and go, look, we were Division I students. You were Division III.
Here we go.
So the education issue.
No, you're right.
We wonder, like, am I getting into Division III rocket? No.
Pull up the SAT scores.
I'm just not.
Then we'll have this chat.
Oh, I'll have this chat. I'm ready to go.
Oh, well, guess what? I guarantee I'm third. Were you on the 1600 scale?
Yes.
1160. Best score.
I already came on these airwaves this week and talked about how I was a nerd. I don't want to do this again.
What do you? What'd you do?
Away.
Did you do 1460?
Higher.
Oh my, Ray!
I only know the 3 part. So
the 3 part. Well, what'd you do?
2000.
Okay, that's good then. That's a really good score.
That's a really good score. You had to write, right?
And
I got a perfect score on the writing.
Really?
Because I used a fake quote every time. I would write whatever I was going to say for my opening sentence, and I would put it in quotes and I'd attribute it to somebody famous because they never check that. And it gives you a little.
But what if they had and you would have gotten caught for fraud?
No, it's not fraud. They would just be like, this kid's an idiot, but they don't check.
Yes. Hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. You can schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. My first time, my SAT scores did not match my performance in the classroom. And for whatever reason, I think it was a Saturday morning, sitting for 5 hours, couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It was something, the standardized test thing. I'm checked out mentally like 2.5 hours in and wasn't able to do it. So it all worked out.
I love test taking.
You love and you love taking tests, so it's worked. Bryce Harper's going to miss significant time. We've already debated this morning whether it's how much is it going to miss, and we'll find out next year. We're not going to know the answer till next year, how much it cost them by him delaying surgery. So let's go to the next issue. What's the plan moving forward? And then Connor's going to make us a guarantee. Connor, we do not discuss it before the show. Does your guarantee have anything to do with what the plan is?
Nope.
Okay, so let's do this first. What's the plan to cover for the loss of Bryce Harper? And by the way, you can't tell me that the plan is, well, Trey Turner. Trey Turner's going to have a lot of suitors, and you may not deliver them. You may not. I mean, we're hoping that it all works out.
Yeah.
But that can't be or is that the Phillies' plan?
That's probably their plan. And if not him, then Correa or Bogarts or Swanson. I would be really, really, really surprised if they do not come out of this offseason with one of those top guys. I don't know if it's Turner. I think it probably will be him. But
I would say that there's a lot of smoke that leads you to believe
on both
that
sides,
it could be him.
On both sides, because it sounds like he wants to be here. It sounds like the Phillies want him to be here. It sounds like they're willing to pay him to be here. So that all leads to I feel good about him being here. But
so give me your okay. Let's do this then. I shouldn't have taken Turner off the table. That's not fair. So let's say Turner's on the team.
Okay.
Give me your batting order.
So Turner's leading off.
With Harper out.
Right.
This is the first half of the year relatively. Tell me what you're doing.
Turner's leading off. Hoskins batting second. Realmuto batting third. Schwarber batting third to throw the lefty in there.
Okay.
Realmuto cleanup. Bohm 5.
Castellanos 6.
Derek Hall 6 DHing.
Okay.
Castellanos 7. Stott 8. Marsh 9.
Okay. You like that, Ray, or you don't have any issue with that, do you? Or do you think something different?
The Hall development's going to be the question mark for me, because if he's in there, I like we have him batting, DHing, and all that. I just would be curious to see if he can sniff a lefty this year.
Who else do you DH, though, is my question.
Right.
Who do you feel comfortable with? You're not DHing Matt Vierling. You're not DHing Edmundo Sosa.
No, then you're probably putting someone in for defense and DHing Castellanos. Probably Vierling and Wright.
I got you.
Yeah.
Without the shift, Phillies better or worse defensively?
Well, defensively, they're worse.
That's what I mean.
Every team in baseball.
So we're going to have a terrible outfield.
Going to be worse defensively.
We're going to have a terrible outfield again, except for Marsh.
But I think the shift helps them.
Well, no, I understand that. So no shift anymore.
No. I think banning the shift helps the Phillies net positive.
Because you think it's going to benefit them more in the offensive side.
They're already a bad defensive team. The other teams are going to have to adjust to being lower defensively. The Phillies, how much worse can their defense get in the infield? I think the ability to have a guy like Bryce Harper, when he comes back, hit without the shift. Like, to have Kyle Schwarber hit without the shift. They have more guys on their team, on average, that you would need to shift against that I think you'll see across baseball, so it helps them.
Can Stott be better than Segura defensively at second, Ray?
I think he could be replacement level for him. I think it's going to be
replacement level, so a wash.
Pretty much a wash there. And I also think, to the point of the smoke with Turner, there was a real, felt like lukewarm commitment to Stott at shortstop, and they said Sosa was a good shortstop. It really feels like Stott's a second baseman, and they're looking for the shortstop is going to be one of the four next year.
Are you sold on Bohm at third?
Yeah, very much so.
I thought he made such great improvement this year that I'm absolutely willing to say, yeah, you want to move forward with that.
Yeah, mentally and on the field. So I think you got a fine plan without Harper.
So you do. You're okay.
Yeah, if you add Turner, you're really like, not that losing Bryce Harper is not a negative, but you're better off than when you didn't have him this past year and they played fine without him.
Okay, so then what happens when Harper comes back? So Hall, you're just saying Hall's the...
Yeah, whoever was DHing is no longer DHing, and Harper's your DH.
So who's your DH? Is it because if you're telling me that Hoskins and Hall are in the lineup, Hall's a much better fielder.
I would disagree.
Real?
Yeah,
are you kidding? Really? He doesn't make the boneheady.
They had Hall up for an entire season and didn't let him sniff first base. There's a reason for that. He's not a good fielder. Like the Hall...
Hoskins is terrible.
Hoskins is not a good fielder either. I'm not sitting here telling you that Hoskins is a great fielder. I'm telling you that Hall is not a good fielder, and when you want to talk about things getting potentially worse, they could.
I watch Hall at first base fielding throws, and I think he looks much better than Hoskins. As far as
in a really
fielding
small
throws.
sample size.
Okay, no question. And I'm not watching minor league baseball, so I'm not acting like, oh, I've seen him at the minor league level. He's great.
And
I'm just telling you is when I watch him field throws, and a lot of times with the Phillies, it's the skip throws, and he tends to. I think he fundamentally is a better first baseman too. He knows where to be on the base. He knows how to position himself.
But there's a locker room element to that as well. Like Rhys Hoskins is one of your guys.
Okay.
If it's not a significant upgrade at first base, to pull Rhys Hoskins to DH in favor of a guy who can't hit lefties, the team may not love that.
Where's Wolfie?
Wolfie
is a backup player?
Wolfie's hanging out on the bench.
Is he a backup
he's one
player?
of your utility infield guys, right
100%.
behind Edmundo Sosa in the pecking order.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, it's not
Same
that
with
bad.
Vierling's
All right, make me
utility
your
out there.
guarantee, Connor.
So we're assuming.
Ray, I want this on tape.
Go ahead. You can record this. I feel very confident in saying this.
Okay, Ray's going to get this set up because I want this because we will refer back to this.
You got about 12 to 18 games is what we're assuming that Bryce Harper is missing.
Extra games he will miss than he
of the
needed
time
to.
away from the surgery. When the 2023 season is all said and done, when we look at those extra games, we're 100% not going to look at that and say it costs the Phillies anything.
Okay, here's where I'm going to question you. If you make the postseason and you lose the division by 2 games. You can't say that.
I'm going to 100% guarantee it to you right now.
If you have to play in a wild card series because you didn't finish in first, you've made your path to a World Series much rougher and much tougher.
And you're seeing it as the entire season.
Yes.
But what I'm talking about is those 12 to 18 games. So let's call it even the final 20 games that Bryce Harper is unavailable. So we'll look back from when he debuts in the 2023
It'll be,
season.
it's 12 to 18 games, depending on how if he heals fast, it's 4 series.
So we'll look at those games, and we won't be able to point to that as a reason that they are where they are standings-wise at the end of the year.
Even though 6 of them are against the Braves and the Mets at home?
Yes. Even though.
Wow. Okay.
I 100% guarantee you that. It's such a long season. There's such an opportunity to make up for it. This team is still so talented without him and this is not absolving him for if he comes out with a dumb reason for why he waited to get the surgery, which I
said to you earlier, are you going to feel the same way if you find out that Bryce Harper went on vacation?
Yeah, I'll be upset with him, but I won't feel differently about this.
That Bryce Harper wanted time off before doing the surgery.
Yeah, I don't think these 12 to 18 games are costing his team. I think...
I'm wondering if there's anything that can move people, because I've had a lot of people going, you're ripping Bryce Harper? No. It's saying when these surgeries are done in Major League Baseball, almost every single time it's done right as soon as their season is over. Players have it done. They end the season on a Sunday. They have they might have the surgery on a Monday or a Tuesday. They're usually done right after almost every single time that Tommy John is done for a Major League player. It tends to be done as soon as their season's over, it's done. It's not done 18 days later.
I got you. I'm not debating that at all. I understand it's weird optics. I do want to hear from Bryce Harper before I totally say that it was something that should have been avoided. But I guarantee you when we look back at those games at the end of 162, we're not going to say, man, those 12 to 18 games, we needed Bryce Harper to put us in a better position.
I will completely disagree with you that I think it's going to be an issue. What I think it'll be an issue is are you the second wild card or the first wild card? Or are you the division winner, or are you the wild card?
If you're the second wild card as opposed to the first wild card, and we got to see how that works out. But there's going to be arguments that it's not a big deal.
Like last year, I think it screwed you. Like I think being one wild card up would have screwed you, because I don't believe that the Phillies would have beaten the Mets and the Dodgers.
Yeah,
to get to the World Series.
But we don't know. That's the thing.
I get you. I don't believe
it was an easier path. And they didn't play down to the third seed.
They didn't.
But that's the tough thing. And that's why I'm very confident in saying that it won't affect it, because there's a lot of ways for this to break where the Phillies are still in really, really good shape.
A 3-game series with the Mets versus the 3-game series at the Cardinals.
This
year's team.
Cardinals every time.
Cardinals every time, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
And
but
then,
that's not saying they couldn't have won.
And then a 5-game series
in Los Angeles against the Dodgers.
Correct.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you played the defending World Series champion.
I got you.
And you played the Cardinals, who had the MVP, another MVP candidate, Albert Pujols, the emotional component. They didn't have a cakewalk to the World Series.
No, it wasn't a cakewalk by any stretch. But do you believe, Ray, you believe they would have won against it if it had been?
I don't think they're getting past the Mets and Dodgers.
I don't think they would have.
But have some faith.
I think the way
they're
it
dancing
fell.
on their own. Come on, guys.
But again, to me...
By the way, I never have to hear that again, right? I never, ever have to hear that again, right? They're not going to go back to that.
We had that conversation the day after the season ended, Tom Alvord and I am not listening to that song. I heard someone put it on in a bar, and I was like ready to walk out.
Stop. Don't need to hear it again.
It's not that it's a bad song. It's not that I'm anti the song. The memory of them losing is still very fresh.
I don't want to hear it.
Why do you hate the song? Why do you hate the Phillies?
I don't
hate. There you go.
Why do you hate Callum Scott?
It's always, I hate everything.
Unbelievable.
Tell me about the 76ers, Connor.
Yeah, so this is interesting, and I initially had this thought. It was prior to the win against the Nets, which is, I still feel it was an anomaly. That
I do too, but it was great.
It was awesome.
It's a great anomaly. That's a great anomaly.
And those are going to be the fun games along this stretch. But I look at the injuries, and I see James Harden out for a while still. I see Tyrese Maxey.
How much longer is it?
Probably another 2 weeks.
I thought it was supposed to be a 4-week injury.
So early December was the initial point where 4 weeks, December like 2nd or something.
Okay.
And I'd imagine they're going to
By the way, December 2nd is next Friday.
Yeah. So then like a week, I imagine they're going to be cautious with him.
Gosh.
Maxey probably closer to Christmas.
Right.
You have Tobias Harris has been a little bit banged up. Joel Embiid, we know he's dealing with the foot sprain and everything going on there. So how much of a pass are we willing to get? Like, how much of a period? Because to me, I look at this team and I'm like, I can't really critique them for anything going on right now. But at the same
you're
time,
being far too reasonable for Philly Sports Talk Radio. I agree with you 100%.
But
I agree with you 100%.
Right, but here's the issue. They had such a slow start to the season that how much can we stomach of, hey, the injuries are an equal excuse? Is it when Embiid's back, okay, it's go time? Is it wait till Maxi's back and everybody's healthy? Is it wait till Christmas because that's where we always hear that the NBA season really gears up? For me, I'm willing to give them until Christmas before I really start critiquing this team again because of the inordinate amount of injuries that they're facing. But I don't know if the fan base is willing to stomach that, especially considering how they view the head coach and the expectations of this team. So how long are you willing to say, I'm pushing them off?
Yeah, I'm willing to. This is totally out of their control. I mean, Maxey injury and everything, and hopefully Embiid gets back and plays through it and does his thing as fast as he can. I really look at it, though, and I'm like, wait, come on, Harden. Like, I thought it was supposed to be December 2nd. So I'm reading the stories here and everything. That's next Friday. I hope he's back.
Yeah, but why would you rush him if he's not 100%? And you're now missing Maxey, and
I got you.
Kind of want him on the same time frame as Embiid if he's going to miss another week or so. Like, you're no rush to get him back.
I just think people who would be tearing into the Sixers while three guys are down, I honestly, if I hear you doing that, I'm just going, you're an idiot. Like I'll
tell you what. Did you hear the best show ever on Wednesday? We took multiple calls of people saying they need to fire Doc after the win against the Nets.
It's stupidity.
So I'm not a Doc guy, but like,
exactly. You don't have to be a Doc guy to realize it's literally idiotic.
Devon came on the air after the Sixers win over the Nets, and the first call he received was upset about PJ Tucker not scoring in 4 games.
Yeah, right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to. That
was the first one for Devon.
That was the first call.
Devon is so measured. And it's so funny is I would not want to do Devon's show because sometimes Devon is so measured. And I would hear stupidity and be like, oh, my gosh, really? Is this what we're going to start tonight? Devon actually lets it engage. He does a great job with it.
He's so calm, cool, and collected with it. So great to hear him get someone that's fired up and angry. He kind of talks them off the ledge, and then they leave the call like, all right.
Devon, you made me feel a little better.
Yeah.
You made me feel better, daughter.
Which that war is the one that's going to be waged all season. The war about PJ Tucker is going to be one that drives me bananas for the rest of the year with this fan base. Because I can already see it starting.
So are you willing to like give up your position on that for the next month while we just basically a moratorium on Sixers?
I'm on Sixers heavy critique, yes. Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Critique, but I want to see what we have in this bench. Because I don't want any more Point Ferk. None
you
of that.
You don't want Point Ferk, God?
No. Please, no.
He lit the rim on fire last offseason.
Yes, and what happened the season afterwards?
Yeah. So, and there's that argument as well. Is this a time that we should be critical of the bench players because they're going to have to play a big role come postseason? So there's that element too. I'm not willing to do that, but I imagine there's people out there who are hinging the Sixers' success on getting out of the second round to say DeAnthony Melton's going to have to be a big part of the playoff run for this team. Shake Milton might have to play a role for this team. Matisse Thybulle might have to give you more to give you a chance to get out of the second round. So, guys to look at that are still playing, right?
I'm hoping, the only thing I'm hoping is that there's a ray of light at the end of the tunnel for this. That we look back in March and April and go, you know what? That time in November and December helped this team be better. Help this roster be better.
Yeah, and it's almost kind of roundabout helping force Doc to play some younger guys.
Which he doesn't like to do.
No, so now maybe with Paul Reed right in front of his face, he'll be like, okay, he should get the run over Montrezl Harrell, but we'll see.
And this is a time for Paul Reed to work out the kinks of his game because he's still very raw. He could have an incredible double-double game, but he is still
does some stuff where it's like, what in the world
I can't watch it. Andrew Salchunas, and I blame the Chunas for this. He ruined it for me. Every time I see Paul Reed now get fed the ball in the post, he's got to put it on the ground before going up.
Yep.
I see it. I can't unsee it because Chunas is his big pet peeve with Paul Reed. Every time I see it, it's like I wait for it now. And I go, Chunas is pissed. Chunas is pissed.
He plays such an entertaining game, though.
Yes, he does.
He does. It's not the most conventional or effective. It is very reckless. But when he plays like what he did against Minnesota, where he goes between his legs in transition and then some crazy and one layup, Like that's exciting, Paul Reed. Montrezl Harrell can't do that. I want to see more of that.
And that's what this team's going to give you over this stretch is exciting young guys with a lot of energy.
See what they can do.
Shake drives me a little nuts sometimes with just how fast he's moving. It doesn't seem like he's under control all the time. That, to me, that's the big thing about this run is will there be someone that can control the basketball that's not Maxey and Harden that emerges from this time because they need that.
If you've got a high school senior, you need to visit collegeav.com and you can enter to win a $5,000 scholarship. They're going to help you breathe easier. Go to collegeav.com. We have a Ray of Light coming. We're trying all these new names with Ray Dunn segments, so we'll see. About the off-season quarterback market from last year, looking back at it. Plus, I will tell you again, damn, am I confident about Sunday night? And we'll have pregame live from the Victory Beer Hall Sunday night with the whole morning show crew, including Jamie, out there Sunday pregame. We start at 3. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here, and there's no better hour than happy hour. You know I'm a big advocate for that. That's why FanDuel Casino is hooking you up with happy hour deals every Friday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Every Friday this month, FanDuel is giving you a casino bonus so you can play any casino games for free. Go to the promotions page in your app to claim your free bonus and start playing your favorite games on the house. Don't miss out. Happy hour deals end at 8 p.m. FanDuel Casino is America's #1 online casino app featuring tons of table games, hundreds of your favorite slots, an exclusive live dealer studio for FanDuel customers only, and best-in-class customer service. Download the FanDuel Casino app today by going to FanDuel.com/Bob and start getting your happy hour deals every Friday night at 7. That's FanDuel.com/Bob.
21 plus and present in PA. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 48 hours after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
If you run a small business, you need the most from every investment. That's why Comcast Business gives you more. Like more innovation with our new gig speed Wi-Fi, plus unlimited data. More speed from the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. And more savings, up to 60% a year with Comcast Business Mobile. All from the company that powers more businesses than any other provider. When you need more, you need Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast, reliable internet for only $49 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, take advantage of our special holiday offer by December 4th and ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle. Ends 1/1/2023. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. And subject to change.
Hey, it's cuz, I hate to say it, but winter's coming. So don't worry, do what I did and be prepared with an Aaron's, the king of snow. Every Aaron's 2-stage snow throw is handcrafted in the USA with powerful engines that won't bog down in any condition. I love my Aaron's snow thrower, especially when I need it most to get me cleared out and on the road fast. Aaron's builds the toughest machines for the worst conditions with a model to fit every need. Throw back when old man winter dishes out with an Aaron's, the king of snow. Visit your local independent Aaron's dealer today.
Visit Barlow Chevrolet this fall and receive discounts below MSRP on select vehicles in stock. Competitive financing rates are also available to well-qualified buyers through GM Financial. New vehicles like Equinox, Silverado, and Malibu are arriving daily, so now is the time to reserve yours. At Barlow, we will always order the vehicle you want with no additional dealer fees or markups. It's our goal to keep the buying process simple, convenient, and hassle-free. This fall, find new roads at Barlow Chevrolet in Delran or at barlowchevrolet.com.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is my go-to when betting on the NFL this holiday season. Let me tell you why. Because of the same game parlays that I have so much success with, easy and fast payouts that as soon as I win, bang, I look up into my right corner, it's right there, and the player prop options are so cool. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Check this one out. Right now, everyone can earn up to a 100% boost with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. Buffalo is in their new home at Detroit. New York travels to Dallas, and New England takes on Minnesota 3 really good games. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, place a same-game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, player props, point totals, and more. The more legs you add, the bigger the boost, the bigger your shot to win big. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code FANATIC. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code FANATIC. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. Bonus issued as free bets. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. 10-plus leg requirement for 100% boost. Deposit, parlay, and wagering restrictions apply. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You might get wireless data everywhere, but do you have to use it all the time? If that's not really you, there's TracFone. You can get the same nationwide 5G coverage as big carriers, but you pick a plan that you need for a lot less. Unlimited talk and text plans start at $15 a month, no contract. And now get a Nokia C100 for just $39.99. TracFone. Now you're in control. While supplies last, 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
The life of a Philly sports fan is a wild ride. Some years we fly high. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game. Shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on SEPTA. On the way to the tailgate, coin toss, and kickoff, the Broad Street line takes us from home to home field, and this season home free thanks to Bet Parks. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home. Sponsored by Bet Parks at iSEPTAPhilly.com.
It's because you know how much I love locally owned and operated businesses here in Philadelphia. So when I found out that Peruzzi Nissan wanted to be part of the Anthony Gargano show, I was thrilled. Fred Peruzzi, his family, they've been owners for over 40 years. These guys have been a pillar of their community. They themselves supporting local business. That's how they live their mission. Our business is you. The newer certified pre-owned vehicle on your list is at Peruzzi Nissan right now. Visit them on Lincoln Highway in Fairless Hills or at any time at PeruzziNissan.com. And remember, at Peruzzi, our business is you.
The holidays will be here before you know it, and these deals will be gone before you know it. Don't miss Hellsberg Diamonds' The Best Deals of the Year Black Friday sale. Up to 60% off for a limited time on sparkling diamond hoops and studs. And can't miss gifts like beautiful diamond pendants and tennis bracelets. And here's a gift for you, a free Nintendo Switch Lite with a purchase of $699.99 or more. Visit Hellsberg.com or a store near you. Offer valid November 22nd through November 30th while supplies last. See online or in store for details.
Hey guys, it's Pat Egan here to tell you about the Bud Light Saturday Game Night Series. On select Saturday nights during the football season, we will be stopping at bars throughout the greater Philly area and hosting interactive game nights where we will give away incredible football prizes, including Eagles tickets and autographed Eagles merchandise, thanks to our good friends at Bud Light. And tomorrow night, you have a chance to win cool prizes from Bud Light. So come and join me tomorrow night at the Grog on Lancaster Ave in Bryn Mawr for the Bud Light Saturday Game Night Series from 7 to 9 p.m. You could score a pair of Eagles tickets for the December 4th game against Tennessee or an autographed Eagles merchandise item courtesy of Bud Light. So come out and enjoy Bud Lights with me tomorrow night at the Grog in Bryn Mawr for Bud Light Saturday Game Night. To learn more, visit 97.5thefanatic.com and click the events tab. Bud Light, for the fans, must be 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This is the radio show I always wanted to host here in Philly. Question is whether it's the one you've always wanted to listen to.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
There's only a few of us working today. So you know what that means? There's no boss to go in and stick it to because the bosses are all taking the day off. So here's what you do. You go into the boss's office and you write him a note. You write him a note and you say, come Monday, you won't see me. Because you can take you know what? Staple it to the wall or to the back of their chair or put it on their door of their office that they can take this job and shove it.
Shove it!
It's a Friday on The Fanatic.
And shove it, England!
Yeah, shove it, England. Seriously, horrible food.
Awful.
Now, great people. Great people in England. Like my nephew says.
I don't know about all that.
My nephew says that he's in this big suburb. What I have to ask my wife. What suburb?
London.
No, suburb of London.
Manchester.
I don't know what it is. No, stop it. Don't be Pat Egan. No, don't do that to me. Don't just
Hogwarts.
rattle off, please. Thank you very much. But it's he loves the people of England. He loves them. Like he says, they're great people.
I don't know. Never been. Well, that's a lie. I have been. But
you have been.
It's a bold-faced lie.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why did you just lie? Oh, yeah. You studied abroad in Oxford. What was the broad's name? What was it? There. So you did. Now, Ray, you were a little surprised by that. Because you weren't thinking Division III education schools could send kids to Oxford.
Little behind the scenes. Connor and I had already talked about his trip. So.
Yeah. I just talked to him about it, and then I just straight up, I don't know why I defaulted to saying I've never been there. No, I'm saying what I should have said is I don't actually have a problem with the people of England, but today I do. We're anti-England.
He walked in here, told me about his abroad trip, got on the air, and was like, nope, never been.
If I so much as sniff an English muffin today, I'm throwing hands with somebody.
Oh, the English muffin is, look, can we do it? Anthony's not in today. So, that's a tasty item.
English bulldog? You're getting sent to the pound.
Awful. Those things drool. They live like 6 years. They're like, you can't do that. Because we fall in love with our dogs. There's no way I'm getting a dog that their average lifespan 6 or 7 years. Just not doing it. It tears you up too much when your dog passes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Can't do that one. So
we're going anti-England today.
But we do not like England today. The 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Bagster. We can throw England in the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag.
Bagster.
Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com. The English people, though, supposedly really good people. That's what my nephew loves living over there. I don't think he's going to come back either. He married a English girl.
I like the accents. I hope they're not sore losers. Yeah, I do like the accent.
Yeah, baby.
Not like the Cockney accent, but
you don't like the Cockney. You don't like that one.
We're not doing. We're not doing
like
this,
that one.
But no, if it's an attractive girl with like Emma Watson, what's up, girl?
You'd like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You'd like that very much.
Sure.
Bet you would. Ray looks at you very funnily.
I'm always amused. You're
amused. Connor's amusing.
I have a weird brain.
He does have a weird brain.
Very strange.
He does have a weird brain. Before we get to the phones, an array of light from young Ray Dunn, I want to get to this, is the idea that you wanted to do an interesting review, and I thought it was very good, especially with Aaron Rodgers coming in this Sunday night.
Yes, it's pretty timely with Aaron Rodgers, and over the offseason, it's all about the quarterback carousel and the quarterback movement around the NFL, and a lot of big-name guys were changing around, and we were having the conversation of, well, do you want to buy into Jalen Hurts for one more year? Are you interested in that? Should the Eagles go out and make a trade? There were a lot of people clamoring for a Russell Wilson, clamoring. Maybe for
Jamie.
Certainly no one on this show ever.
And Egan.
Yep, Jamie was.
They wanted everything for Russell Wilson. Tunis.
Yes, I know Tunis was.
They wanted to put all the chips in the middle of the table, and I was no. Well, every once in a while you get one right. Yeah. Every once in a while.
$250 million signed on for Russell Wilson in Denver.
He has not even gotten into that contract yet. That's the best part. He's on the cheap contract this year.
I don't know if you've seen this online. There's a guy who is comparing the number of bathrooms he has in his house to the number of touchdown passes he's thrown this season.
Yes.
And he is still at it because he has not surpassed his 12 bathrooms.
That's incredible.
Too many bathrooms.
That's incredible.
Oh, way too many.
There we go.
Anything over 10 is too many. I can never afford that anyways. But anyway, back to the quarterbacks and what we're looking at here. Russell Wilson into the Broncos. Not looking great. Matt Ryan to the Colts. Never really an option here. Still not looking great. Aaron Rodgers and what is still left in the tank there. There's a lot to be left, a lot to be questioned about how much the Packers mismanagement is there, how much Aaron Rodgers and how much he's getting paid is doing to that, and how much he really has left in the tank. So I think right now, looking at this Packers-Eagles matchup is questioning, would you really be in that much better of a spot? Right now, looking ahead, would we feel as confident with Aaron Rodgers, and would you have been able to have any bit of the offseason and build the depth of this team anyway similarly with an Aaron Rodgers had that become a possibility for the Eagles?
No. I didn't want him. I think he's a kook. And I think his best days are behind him. I never want to buy something. It's one of the reasons why I've only had one used car in my life. and I bought a used car, and I got rid of my used car just this year in a matter of 7 months, I'll never do it again. Don't like it. I don't want something whose best years are behind it. So I'm not doing it. Not buying it. I didn't want Aaron Rodgers. They would not be in a better position with Aaron Rodgers either. He might be he's a better passer, but I would not. But I would not want him. I don't think he's a better leader.
Right now, if you swapped Aaron Rodgers 1 for 1,
what could you be? 9-1?
No. I'm saying
You know
like
what I
right
mean?
now, like if we go back to the conversation that we had on Wednesday about the quarterbacks that you would trade Jalen Hurts for right now with this team, maybe playoff success, you could argue that that's a better option. But something Ray brings up that's a huge point is the amount of money that it would have cost you to have Rodgers here compared to what you're paying Hurts right now. Yeah, there's so many things you couldn't have done. There's no option that was available that puts you in this good of a position, that allows Howie Roseman to build the roster like he did, that gives you sustainable success like what you have in Jalen Hurts right now.
I really think, and you can't take this in isolation, the only way you could take Aaron Rodgers' this team is if you isolate it and was just like one quarterback for one quarterback, ignoring everything else of the factors. And right now, even then, you're starting to see the age of Rodgers, and you're starting to see, I mean, obviously, no one ages like Brady. Brady is the exception to the rule. The rule tells you that Rodgers is probably on his last legs, and last year might be the last gasp for him, maybe somewhere else. But I don't think at this point, if you had gone over this offseason, done anything else, gone anywhere else, you're anywhere near where you are right now with this Eagles team.
Yeah, I mean, I would not feel better with it.
No, not at all.
I mean, at 9-1, I mean, I don't know how I could feel better. You know what I mean? And I got a quarterback with upside.
Yeah,
that has amazing upside because we don't know how he's going to elevate his game on the brightest lights, biggest stage.
Right. I'll take this even a little bit further because we're just looking at the quarterback position. Is there a single move you would have done different this offseason? I can't think of one.
No.
Not a single one. I can't think of another player that I would have gone out and got rather than who you have. I can't think about a different draft choice than you would have made because Jordan Davis has clearly been a difference maker when he's on the field. The A.J. Brown trade, the James Bradbury addition, Kaiser White, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. How rare is that you look at what other teams have done and what your team has done and say, I wouldn't have done a single thing different?
Their offseason has been wild.
It was wild. I think the one thing, I was sitting there watching the Monday night game against the Commanders with a couple of friends, and we were talking over things, and I was like, this was before the Goddard injury, but I saw Calcaterra, I saw Stoll, and I was like, I wish they had addressed a backup tight end better. And one of my friends looked at me and was like, really? You're talking about the backup tight end? You're talking about the tight end room right now?
I'm with your friends
right.
on that
Well,
one.
that was exactly it. I was like, I have a lot to be grateful for with this football team. If the one thing that I'm sitting here talking about is, wow, I wish Jack Stoll was a little better.
Yes. It's like Doc saying yesterday.
That's true. That could be their Achilles heel this year.
It's like my brother saying yesterday, why does Bryce Harper have the surgery at all? Because he could DH and play 162 next year. Like my brother's saying
I'd like
that
him
thing.
to have an elbow that works when you have him under contract for the next 8
I would see
seasons,
that's the way
9
I'm looking
seasons,
at it too. You got 9 more years of him.
Yeah, I'd
so
prefer
you
it
want
not
that.
to be 9 years
And 3 other DHs.
There you go. Hey, if you have a high school senior, you need to visit collegeav.com. They can enter to win a $5,000 scholarship. It'll help you breathe easier. You'll know what you're going to be paying for college. collegeav.com. Colin is held on in a cell. Colin, good morning. You're on the Fanatic. How are you?
Hi, guys. Doing good. I just wanted to circle back to that Phillies conversation.
Sure.
With Bryce Harper, I think we can look at the big picture and still call him the money player and the guy who hit the homer in the NLCS and the hot streak in the playoffs, and also have an issue with waiting a couple of weeks to get the surgery. Now, I don't know what's in Bryce Harper's schedule and what his medicals are, obviously.
Well, nothing was offered from either side that said it had to be delayed.
Right.
So I take it that there's nothing to see there.
Right. But if he is on vacation or something along those lines, I think we can have a problem with it still and acknowledge that that does put them in a little bit of a hole if he's not in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean,
as long as you recognize the bigger picture.
I want to find out about it. Good job, Colin. Take care, buddy. I want an answer on this one.
Yeah, I think we will get one. Bryce
When, though?
I don't know. That's the issue. I don't know when he'll next meet with media.
Like, I don't know if he's going to be at spring training.
I imagine
he'll be there,
around, but I don't know that he'll speak to.
Like,
the
I don't imagine they'll have him speak.
But
I bet it'll be on a telecast or something where we'll get that answer. where it's more of a controlled, oh, hey, Bryce showed up to spring training. Let's talk to him.
I don't think they'll ask him on a team.
I don't think they'd ask him.
I think,
especially if they know the answer's not good.
Process-wise, I think they're going to ask process, and I think he gives you his version of surgery through spring training and what he's doing.
Here's a Philadelphia media member who texted me with an answer. I'm sorry, I
Bob
did not.
Cooney's up early.
I did not see. No, it isn't. I did not see this. Okay, I want to make sure. I'm going to make sure what I'm allowed to say, what I'm not allowed to say.
There's certain words. I can list them for you.
No one.
Please don't.
It's not those dirty words. That angle of the story has definitely been investigated. If there was a reason for Bryce not to have had the surgery, 95% it would have been reported.
Okay.
So
as long as that 5% exists.
Yeah, he's saying 95%. I'm trying to read it because I'm saying what can I share, what I can't share.
Right.
95%. He said if Bryce couldn't have the surgery because of inflammation,
right,
or they told him he needed to wait, it would have been reported.
My thing is, I'm also not rushing to pass judgment on Bryce Harper for this. We have a long way to go, and I understand it's an issue.
Sure.
Because it's news that just occurred, it's something that's fresh. But we're not even going to see the Phillies play baseball for another couple of months, much less play baseball that matters, much less be in a situation where they'll have big games where they might need him. So if and when the time comes where this starts to affect them, absolutely, I'll be critical of him if there was no good reason. But I do think we're going to hear more about this at some point. And when we get there, I reserve my right to have judgment at that point.
My nephew lives in Birmingham. It's
Alabama.
not a suburb of London. It's Birmingham. It's the second largest city in England. I did not realize that. But it's more industrial, and it's closer to Ireland and Scotland. It's called King's Heath is where he lives.
Sounds very British. Okay, cool.
King's Heath.
Well, King's Heath, you're taking this L today, too.
And him and his wife bring in a feral cat.
What? They're just picking up cats off the street?
Like a street cat. That they had, that was antisocial with them and wouldn't be friendly with them for the first year that they had it in their house.
I mean,
I'm like, look, if the cat's
I guess
not
that's kind, but I wouldn't do it.
Let the
no
cat
shot. I have no interest in it. A cat that has no interest in me.
A cat that is not, well, first off, the cat doesn't like you anyway. They really don't.
Oh, no cats like you.
They don't like you. They don't like you.
My cousin's cat was a big fan of me.
By the way, well, the cats always are attracted to me, and I'm allergic to them. And so they always come right to my leg, right up, wanting to. And I'm like, dude, I cannot be around cats like that. It just gets me.
Maybe they're not a fan of you, and they know you're allergic.
And that might be
they're
trying to
kill you.
Yeah.
But as always, I think of is that I'll hear from people who's going, my cat's clean.
Yeah, cats are always trying to kill you.
I'll be like, my cat's clean. I'm like, okay, does your cat go in a litter box? Okay. Does the cat then get up on the kitchen table and the kitchen counters and walk around and everything?
Don't make me start thinking about
Yeah,
this.
I don't like to think about
That's
this.
all
These are
I'm
things I
telling
put
you.
out of my mind.
That's all I'm telling you.
We'll cut that. Dump that right.
And let me ask you this. If you're shopping today, we already heard Andrew tell us earlier he was in the parking lot at King of Prussia Mall. If you're shopping today, could you please explain to me if you have to go fight the crowds on Black Friday? Can you explain to me why you're shopping today? Black Friday sales have been going on for weeks online and some in stores. Why do it? Is it just it's not 1995 when you had to do it. When you had to go, you didn't have the internet to go shop on, and the Black Friday sales actually started on Black Friday. Why are you doing it today?
So for me,
for the thrill of it?
It's literally my brother's birthday time. It's timing. If I was going to order some stuff online today, it may not be here by his birthday on the 30th. And
Right.
I'm waiting
Because you waited too long.
and I'm waiting for I waited for Black Friday.
No, you waited too long, but it's
Waiting
all
for
right.
Black Friday. So I'm getting the Black Friday sales. Got to get it in person to make sure I have the items for him ready for his birthday, and then we're good to go.
It's got a much better birthday than November 30th.
November 30th.
That's a great birthday I'm December 23rd, which
That
sucks.
one's tough.
That one's brutal.
Oh, it sucks.
I don't know. His is around Thanksgiving. He always kind of gets the Thanksgiving carryover. So I don't know if it's.
What do you mean Thanksgiving carryover?
Well, it's like everyone just went somewhere and celebrated something. So it's hard for people to follow that up 4 days later by making a big
When's your
event.
birthday?
Cupcake at the end of Thanksgiving dinner, like that type of thing.
No,
yeah.
no, but the November 30th will never be Thanksgiving.
He'll have his
No,
own
no,
day,
but I mean like, so you'll actually get together again. I didn't know if it was
we
like,
will,
we're
but-
not going to see
but
each other.
it'll be diminished energy. We
Right.
won't be as excited for his birthday.
Well, I always thought my brother's middle December, and I was always,
What is he?
He's December 11th. And
December 11th? That's not that bad.
No, it's not bad, but it always felt like it was part of like the Christmas celebration was like, oh, and it's his birthday.
Imagine being 23rd.
Yeah, no, that's tough.
Sucks.
My sister's friend is December 24th.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So
I got the worst thing for this conversation.
Oh no.
And then Dad died Christmas Eve. See? It kills every of that Christmas conversation. I mean, terrible. Christmas Eve too. I said that's terrible. And Liv's birthday's the 19th.
Wow.
So I get my only child.
Busy stretch of them.
She's got, and my mother-in-law when she was alive, she was the 18th.
Wow.
So we used to call it dreaded cake week in our
A lot
house.
of December folks.
It was 18th, 19th. Three of the four people who lived in our home had birthdays this same week. 18th, 19th, 23rd.
I'm October 3rd. It's a perfect birthday.
Except that you're a Libra.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which you're very not Libra-ish to me. At all.
Yeah, you really just don't strike me as a Libra.
I don't know. Maybe
I don't
I'm
know
not.
what that means.
You don't know what it means?
No. I was told
Libras-
once that my sign was a red flag, and that was
What
it.
are you?
I'm a Taurus.
I'll give you a pro tip.
Okay, well, you're a Taurus, so you are of the same ilk of me.
Well, I was
of
told
the
that was a red
signs.
flag.
Of the
So,
well,
I
it is a
want you
red
to know.
flag.
I know
Because-
you're not single, but this is a pro tip for guys out there if you are single. Ask a girl what her sign is, and then immediately say, "Nah, we're not compatible." Whether you know that or not. I don't know that at all, but if you say that, it'll always annoy them, and they'll always want to talk to you more.
No, but that's
a little
good.
pro
Go.
tip.
Connor with the
Pro tip with
annoying
Connor.
and
You
not.
can file that one
Is
away.
the Taurus would be in the line of Capricorn, which I am. It's just we are stubborn, stuck in our ways people. We do things the way we do them. We tend to be very efficient leaders, but we also tend to be pains in the ass to people who don't live life the way we do. So
I'll leave that one up to my family to
what is
interpret.
your lady sign? I don't want to give out her name on the air unless you're okay with it.
She is. Yeah, we'll just keep it.
Okay.
October. So she's October 13th.
So she's a Libra.
Libra.
Oh, jeez.
The best.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It works out pretty well.
I've had
so-
some police tape Libras in my life that I just like.
Maybe you're the police tape.
The police tape.
Maybe
Yeah,
they're
it could
putting
be
the police
us. It
tape
could
around
be,
you.
could be our signs and our stubbornness. and
No,
all that
we
stuff.
tend to be good. You tend to be loyal by your sign. You're very loyal to people who you're loyal to. You're incredibly loyal. You're the kind of friend that people want to have because you're going to be loyal to them.
Oh, that's sweet.
You're not going to turn on them. But I don't know about that. Now, Connor, on the other hand, Connor is the Libra. They have to weigh everything.
Yes. Balance everything out.
They got to weigh everything
balanced
and
person.
balance it out and go, do I want to do this? Do I not? Connor wouldn't be the person you'd want to go, where are we going for dinner tonight? What do you want?
That's not
But-
true at all about me, though.
What about your lady?
I'm not going to air Lexi out like that.
Oh, see, there it is. You just gave her name out. Now
Yeah, I
everybody
know.
knows.
I realize.
Now,
yeah,
now
it's fine.
everybody hears. Now, every time someone meets a Lexi now, they're going to be like, you aren't that Lexi, are you? You see, that is the Libra thing, though, is that, like, won't make a decision. Wants to.
Again, I plead the
listen,
fifth on that
I'm
one.
married to a Virgo. And I literally will say to the girls, you guys, we're going out after church to dinner. Tell me where we're going. Do not pull with me. Oh, Dad, pick someplace. Because it invariably, if I pick
Someone's gonna
someplace,
complain.
they'll go, oh, I didn't really feel like Chinese tonight. And then I'm like, no. So I will say, I will drive. I'll take the car home and you can have cold cuts.
That's why I just never take girls out ever. And that really remedies that situation.
And you leave food on your nightstand.
I do.
Which really would scare people.
Nah, that's.
Now, last night.
Now there's no question where my next meal's coming
So
from.
last night.
Right there.
We are in bed. Talk about violation of spouse here. This is a spousal violation.
Okay.
We are in bed. Lights are out. And the Monica Geller, who I married from Friends, she literally said, oh, which means, okay, honey, what? I left an open ginger ale on the kitchen counter.
So?
I said, okay. The issue? I said, we have plenty of ginger ale. We got the little ginger ales in the pantry. We can just waste that one tomorrow. No, it's going to bring roaches.
Stop.
if you leave sugary stuff out at night. So I said, it will be fine. Don't worry about it.
I've had a Sprite sitting on my coffee table since Monday.
Oh, geez, you got roaches everywhere.
No, we don't.
You got like a roach motel. There may be a roach in the Sprite.
No roaches.
There might be a roach in the Sprite.
There's not. I'll check.
According to Christina, that was like, so then it's like, I said, don't worry about it. Just get it in the morning. I think there's going to be, I think it brings bugs. That's what you do, brings. So do you want me to go get would you do that? That would be awesome.
So you had to go
I
get
would
the
have already
ginger
been
ale?
up. I would have already been up and out.
So you would have just a minute, you would have said.
That would have been up. Yep. All right, I'm going to get that ginger ale. I'm taking care of it.
So you're a good kid, man.
I would have said no.
Well, you would have said no, get out and you get it yourself?
No, just leave it. It's fine.
No,
Ginger ale.
but she will not relent.
She's going, I would say you're going to learn this way that's not a big deal because we're going to leave it out. And then tomorrow morning, you're going to see, no roaches.
The conversation does not go well.
There you go. It doesn't go well, Connor. That's why you're lucky you're not married. I can promise you that. You want to clean that one up before the marriage.
I'm working on myself.
Hey, we head into the final stretch of the morning. It's presented by Stretch Zone. If you want to relieve sore muscles, increase your flexibility and range of motion, book your free 30-minute stretch session today at StretchZone.com. It could do wonders for you, Ray Dunn, especially if you're on your feet a lot. Do wonders. John Kincade Show. We're on the home stretch, and I'll tell you that I'm so confident, I'm almost overconfident. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Last year at this time, we were in the same position as you were. We had a high school senior looking at her acceptance letters, the first ones had come in, trying to narrow down where she was going to go, and more importantly, trying to figure out the financial ramifications of where she's going to school. College Ave student loans helped with that process. Within, I'm telling you, 4 to 5 minutes, everything's loaded in, and their student loan calculator will estimate to her or your son what the student's monthly payment is going to look like when they graduate. CollegeAv.com makes it so easy for you. So if they're judging one school against the other and they realize to get a degree here is going to cost me $60,000, to get a degree here is going to cost me $40,000, it can tell you what your monthly payment's going to be once graduation hits. That's important to know because they aren't going to ask you to pay back the loan. They should have learned that in college, but they will. Go to collegeav.com. It's the emotional support system that leads you through the journey. You'll breathe easier, and your student can register to win a $5,000 college scholarship. That is absolutely free, no purchase necessary. Go to collegeav.com.
The John Kincade Show.
For someone who's super, super hot, you're really cranky.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic and the American Association for Cancer Research present Giving Tuesday Live with the John Kincade Show.
Tuesday morning, November 29th, in our new performance center inside the 97.5 The Fanatic studios.
Tickets to this special intimate experience are $50 and very limited.
All proceeds will benefit the AACR.
Your ticket will include breakfast from Pagano's Market, a live viewing of the John Kincade Show, meet and greet with John, Bob, Pat, and some surprise guests.
And everyone who attends will get prizes and gifts from Rally House and Steven Singer Jewelers. Plus, chances to win Sixers and Flyers tickets.
Keep them for yourself or give them as gifts this holiday season to keep the giving going. Giving Tuesday Live with the John Kincade Show, benefiting the American Association for Cancer Research, because cancer research saves lives.
Get tickets and complete details now at 975thefanatic.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your card today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Don't wait until after Thanksgiving for leftovers because Jeff D'Ambrosio Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Destination Downingtown is having the biggest new 2022 leftover sale in history. Nobody treats you better and sells for less. Jeff needs to sell down hundreds of brand new 2022 vehicles this month. Hundreds of Rams up to $8,000 off. Plus, as low as 0% financing, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0 down delivers any Ram. Looking for low payments? New Jeeps starting at $199 per month. Luxury Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneers up to $4,000 off. And salute to our military. All month, get $1,000 in military rebates on all Wranglers and Gladiators. Get more for your trade or out of any lease way early with Jeff. Get the Jeff D buying experience because Jeff never haggles or hassles over price. When other dealers say no, Jeff always says yes. Call 610-269-9500 or go jeffauto.com. If you want it for less, you gotta see Jeff. Black Friday sales event.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is my go-to when betting on the NFL this holiday season. Let me tell you why. Because of the same game parlays that I have so much success with, easy and fast payouts that as soon as I win, bang, I look up into my right corner, it's right there, and the player prop options are so cool. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Check this one out. Right now, everyone can earn up to a 100% boost with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. Buffalo is in their new home at Detroit. New York travels to Dallas, and New England takes on Minnesota. 3 really good games. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, place a same-game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, player props, point totals, and more. The more legs you add, the bigger the boost, the bigger your shot to win big. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code FANATIC. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code FANATIC. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. Bonus issued as free bets. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. 10-plus leg requirement for 100% boost. Deposit, parlay, and wagering restrictions apply. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Dell Technologies Black Friday event has arrived with select deals on top tech to power business productivity. The savings start now with up to 50% off select performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, including free shipping on everything. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for Black Friday deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Hey, it's cuz, I hate to say it, but winter's coming. So don't worry. Do what I did and be prepared with an Aaron's, the king of snow. Every Aaron's 2-stage snow throw is handcrafted in the USA with powerful engines that won't bog down in any condition. I love my Aaron's snow thrower, especially when I need it most to get me cleared out and on the road fast. Aaron's builds the toughest machines for the worst conditions with a model to fit every need. Throw back when old man winter dishes out with an Aaron's, the king of snow. Visit your local independent Aaron's dealer today.
This week at Staples, save 60% on.
Thanks for your business this year.
Save 60% on.
Happy holidays, Nana.
Save 60% on.
You are cordially invited.
Right now at Staples, you can save 60% on custom printed holiday cards and invitations. So you can say, thanks for a great year, happy holidays, or come on over, all for less. For everything you need printed this holiday, go to Staples, the working and learning store. In-store and online. Ends 12/3. Exclusions and restrictions apply.
The holidays will be here before you know it, and these deals will be gone before you know it. Don't miss Hellsberg Diamonds' The Best Deals of the Year Black Friday sale. Up to 60% off for a limited time on sparkling diamond hoops and studs. And can't miss gifts like beautiful diamond pendants and tennis bracelets. And here's a gift for you, a free Nintendo Switch Lite with a purchase of $699.99 or more. Visit Hellsberg.com or a store near you. Offer valid November 22nd through November 30th while supplies last. See online or in-store for details.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. FanDuel Casino is giving you a free chance to spin and win today and every day. Introducing FanDuel Casino Reward Machine, a free-to-play game giving you a shot to win up to $2,000 in casino bonus every day. It brings you all the excitement of playing FanDuel Casino games for free. Every day at 6 p.m., you get 3 chances to spin the reward machine reels. There are 3 ways to win. 1, match any 3 symbols for an instant win. 2, collect symbols each day for a chance to win weekly prizes. Or 3, win up to $2,000 if you collect 3 trophies. So what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Casino app by going to FanDuel.com/Bob and start playing Reward Machine today. That's FanDuel.com/Bob.
21 plus and present in PA. Bonus issue as non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Thank God this is radio, or you'd have to be looking at my face.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You still have a few opportunities to get in on our Giving Tuesday live show from the Fanatic Studios Tuesday morning. A $50 donation to the AACR will get you breakfast from Pagano's Market. You get a $25 gift card to Rally House and a great gift from Steven Singer Jewelers. So you're getting a lot for your $50 donation. Get tickets and complete details now at 97.5thefanatic.com. And I've been informed when the number is reached, it will be shut off. So you will see. So if you don't run, you may not get there. We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. That's going to be great.
Going to be a really, really fun show. Cannot wait for that.
That's interesting. Guests. It's a different one. 5:30 Flyers game today. That's weird.
Yeah, well,
just a weird
Black Friday.
Weird. I like
it.
it.
Weird time.
Yeah,
Black
last year
Friday
I think
game.
it was 4. I think last year was 4. We went to the game last Black Friday also.
Yeah, because the tough thing is if you want to go out after the game and do something, like if you're bouncing around the city, if you go to the 7 o'clock game, you're not getting done till 10. You're not getting back into like the main part of the city till like 10:30.
Well, you don't go out till. You youngsters don't go out till like
youngsters. I'm 28, dog. I go out at like 8 o'clock.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't have that.
But
is there this early?
Is there really like a scene at 8:30, 9 o'clock?
I am the scene, Johnny. You
make the scene.
He's the opener. Tequila.
He's the opener.
I'm the opener. I got the first 3 innings, and then they bring in someone out of the pen to finish it off.
To actually entertain you at that point.
Yeah.
Hey, it is Black Friday, and there's a super sale. Easy for me to say. Going on at Colonial Marble and Granite, the biggest savings of the year, 30% off all marble, granite, and quartz countertops, 35% off cabinetry, and 60% off select exotic stone. You've heard Anthony tell you about it. Go check out Colonial Marble and Granite for a limited time, but the Black Friday sale will be gone, and it will be gone very soon. So the Eagles prepare to face the Packers, and I am so confident that I'm bordering on overconfident. And I've had a couple people on email saying, John, I'm just worried this is all going to come back to bite you on Monday. I was very, very confident. In fact, maybe you would say overconfident against the game against Minnesota. And I was the same way going into the Sunday night Dallas game. So I will make it the trifecta. I don't have my gut feeling on the game is I have no worries that the Eagles are going to go out and sort of lay one on Green Bay. And I don't know. I think I got a pretty good feel for it. The other night he's like, well, what did you feel? Let me see here. Eric. And it's not Eric Camille. Eric says, well, what did you feel going into the Indianapolis game? And I said, well, it's documented. I predicted 23-13 Eagles. I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game, and I didn't think it was going to be a comfortable blowout.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be one of those nervous games. I said 23-13. You know, not far. I mean, 36 points I said would be scored in the game. 33 were scored. So I think I had it pretty close. I'm going that it is a blowout, a confident, comfortable victory on Monday night. Sunday night.
I hope you're right. And the numbers that we talked about earlier, the over-unders for receiving and rushing, passing, they all kind of point towards the Eagles controlling this game pretty comfortably. It's a home primetime game against a lesser opponent. Those are games that you should handle. And when you're as good as we think the Eagles are, those are games that you should handle easily by a margin of over a score. So it all makes sense. I guess what really is the kind of thing that holds me back a little bit from being as confident as you is I still see Aaron Rodgers. As long as 12 is over there, I don't care if his whole hand is broken. I know he's playing with the broken thumb. That's still.
Well, he was glad to tell everybody that he is.
Yeah, a couple weeks later.
Weird timing that league.
Yeah, it is really weird timing that now he said, "Well, I've been hurt."
Yeah, fail to beat the Titans. You don't get yourself close to 500, and then been hurt.
Yeah, now I'm hurt. Give me a break.
Yeah, he's.
I just think
guy.
I think he's so annoying. I think he is absolutely just freaking annoying.
But he still has magic in him. Whether or
he
not
does. Yeah.
So I can't feel like when those other opponents you said you were very, very confident against. Dallas the first time, quarterback was Cooper
The two
Rush.
the two home games that I literally stepped down and said, I got complete confidence. Minnesota and Dallas, and I will do it for a third time against Green Bay.
Okay.
Not even. I don't even have I feel weird about it though because after the last 3 weeks, I should be more cautious. But I believe it's because of the last 3 weeks
that they're due.
That I feel so confident that they're going to go out there and kick ass.
I listen. I hope you're right, and all the signs are pointing your way. I'm not as confident as you because I like to not take it that far in a game where you play a quarterback as good as Aaron Rodgers has been in his career, and in a league this year where we've seen a lot of parity. You always do in the NFL, but I lean more towards what you're saying, and that the Eagles should handle the Packers. Feel good about it.
Yeah, I do. I feel good. I feel really good about it.
I don't think I can feel nearly as good as you do about it, but I do feel like this is a win for them. I'm just in that similar camp of it is Aaron Rodgers over there. This team this season has been able to run the football, but obviously that's been thwarted a little bit. I'm really, really cautious to jumping out to thinking they're going to take this one and take this one handily. I do think they end up winning it. I don't think it's a control from beginning to end. I think it's one of those things where they're going to have to battle back and forth early. First half, and then I think the second half is where they pull away.
Okay, if this is one of those games that it's a bare knuckle brawl into the third quarter late, I'm going to tell you that the last 3 games then are becoming who the real Eagles are. If they don't correct things against a Packer team, like to me, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah,
clean it up. If they go out on Sunday and this game's a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, where Aaron Rodgers has the ball in his hand with a chance to tie or whatever, I'm going to be like, at that point, maybe the Eagles are showing me who they are.
Well, it wouldn't
despite the record.
It wouldn't be good for our hearts and our health as Eagles fans. And we've already had a couple like really, really stressful weeks.
Right.
But as long as you keep winning,
yeah, I got you.
Like if you end up and you're like 14-win team by the end of this season, and every win from here on out,
but you're not playing your best.
No, I know, but still, if you end up with that win margin, I'm still looking at it like, well, there isn't that powerhouse team in the NFC. There isn't a super powerhouse team in football in general this year. Like every team is susceptible to losing. Is that a death sentence? Because they might just be able to survive on that. We don't want them to, but it could not be the worst.
How about this? If you play like I'll make this statement. Agree or disagree, both of you. If the Eagles play the way they have the last 3 weeks, they will be out. They will not win a playoff game.
Disagree.
Yeah, I'll disagree with that one.
Wow. So you're going to take how they played against Washington, reckless with the football, weak against the run, how they played against the Colts, which was bailed your asses out in the last 7 minutes of the game. You're going to tell me that that's going to beat Dallas, San Francisco, or Minnesota in the postseason?
In Philadelphia on the road, primetime, middle of January, yeah.
Really?
I'm taking that game.
Tell me one playoff game. They can win one playoff game.
Well, it's
like
going
to. They're not getting you what you want. They're not getting you what the expectations have been raised to. If this is a trend that we continue to see, but they can get you one playoff.
Yeah,
win.
Think about the 2017, the game against Atlanta. That wasn't a good game.
No, no, it wasn't a good half. First half, second half was really good.
What was the final score of that game? It
was
17-13.
No, it was like 15-10.
Yeah, see, like that's not a good game.
And you can thank me again. Thank me again for giving you a Super Bowl. Because
we're doing the house thing again.
Ray, Keanu Neal bought my house.
Wow.
That's indisputable evidence.
He was living in my house because we had sold our house and moved to another part of Atlanta due to Olivia's school. Keanu Neal was living in my house when that ball and kicked the ball. And
so was
right
it like instructions you left behind? Like
he found "Fly Eagles Fly" painted on one of the girders after he moved in.
After
he moved in, yeah. Ooh. So it was like so. I'm just telling you, if he doesn't, there was bad juju there for him moving into my house.
Worse for him or Castellanos into Simmons' house?
No. Don't bring up where he lives.
You don't bring up where it is. He'd
yeah,
be
that's
real
on me.
double. Oh, my gosh.
Down the chest pad.
Have a totally tubular 80s New Year's Eve at Rivers. Morris Day and the time, December 30th. An 80s New Year's Eve party is waiting for you. Rivers Casino, gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. That sounds like fun. 80s music, I'd be all in on that one. That would be a good time. All right, did you see the Phillies playoff shares? Did you know? First of all, do you know how this works, Ray? I don't know if Connor, if you've talked about it on the Locked On Phillies podcast, which everybody should be.
No.
Based on revenues generated by Major League Baseball and the teams and everything, the players, every playoff series, individual players get more money based on how far you go in the postseason. The champion gets the most money, the runner-up gets second most, and then it goes from there. The Houston Astros World Series championship shares came in at a record, a World Series record.
I did see this.
$526,347. Each player gets a thing. Now,
that's a nice bonus.
Yeah, but here's how it works. The team leadership votes on who gets a full share. Now, if you're on the they vote. This actually goes down to yay or nay. Okay, this guy was on the team. If you were on the team all season long and you're on the roster, regular season full, playoffs full, you get your share.
Right.
So all those players get a full share. All the coaches get a full share. All the manager gets a full share. And this is life-changing. The trainers then get voted on. Do the athletic trainers get a full share or do they get a half share? I can tell you last year, just comparing it to what they did with the Braves, they gave full share to their athletic training staff, the ones who worked all year long. Can you imagine being handed a check? You're a guy working. The Phillies checks, $296,255.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Nope.
They gave checks. Now, last year, I would believe the Phillies are just as charitable people as the Braves would have been. So imagine being a trainer making $125,000. Someone hands you a check for almost $300,000. I mean, it's life-changing money.
Yeah.
It's pay off the mortgage money. It's amazing.
That's incredible.
I'm going to have to call the Bat Boy. I know the Bat Boy.
I don't know if the Bat Boy...
You know the Bat Boy?
I know the Bat Boy.
Full-time Bat Boy?
He's been their Bat Boy. He's in equipment with them.
Okay, my guess would be might have gotten a quarter share.
That's still...
Voted. Seriously.
This age?
$296,000. I don't know what the Phillies did, so I'm not speaking out of school. I can tell you this. So I asked for an accounting, though, is that, like, there will be shares split up for the guys who set up the locker room.
Oh, boy.
And they make money. They get money. Sometimes they'll get a quarter share. Sometimes they'll get a share to split amongst them evenly. But it's life-changing money.
Yeah, definitely it is. It's a really awesome opportunity and it kind of tells you how important this run is to everyone with the organization.
To everybody.
Yeah, not just the players, not just the fans, but there are people who, like, when teams go on these type of runs, it can change a lot of stuff.
Now you're thinking about your buddy who's the Bat Boy.
Yeah, I'm thinking about him right now.
Oh, I guarantee you he's getting something. I doubt that they wouldn't give him something, that there be some sort of a share. Sometimes they may say all of the part-time staff shares a share. So they'll break it up.
Money.
And they'll share
$25 off at the Phillies team store.
Can you imagine $296,255?
I actually can't. Like, I want you to realize I can't.
It's mind-boggling money, like, for people. That and I would imagine the Phillies, they seem like they'd be a charitable bunch.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I don't think there's anybody that would be, like, not wanting someone to get their...
Yeah, close locker room, good with the staff and everything from the experiences that I had
but
when
they
I was
vote.
In there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be part of that voting process.
Yeah,
I would be so bad at that. I would be awful. I'd just be like, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Everyone gets a share.
Whoa, wait a minute, though. The players who were on the roster from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, you don't have to vote on them.
Yeah, but anybody, I would say yes.
Oh, I'd be so terrible.
Wait a minute, you'd vote everybody to get it?
Yes.
Now, they don't get a full share.
I don't know.
But they don't do that. Like, they'll give split share. They'll say, okay, you guys are going to split a share. All three of you. Something like that.
I couldn't pick between someone getting like a 6-figure payday and not.
You couldn't?
I would be the Oprah Winfrey of the shares. You get a share, you get a share.
So
Everybody
but you dilute the shares down.
Sorry,
I don't know.
Am I supposed to take 6 figures away from someone?
So you would rather? No, but the thing is, though, you wouldn't. You'd be taking, if you're giving more shares out, you'd be giving 100,000 to someone instead of 300.
That's still 6 figures.
So you'd look at that and go, split it up and keep splitting it up.
I don't know. That's why no one pays me to do that.
Sure.
I would be terrible. I said this. This is the opening of the segment. I said terrible at this.
I agree.
Don't put me in
Same way,
charge of
right.
this.
You couldn't do it. You
No, I'd
couldn't
be
decide.
giving everybody the money.
I would absolutely be able to.
Actually, you know what I do? I would use a little bit of the money to build one of those glass cases with the fan, and then everyone would get a minute in there to grab as many dollar bills as they could. You ever seen that? Where they go in there and they blow the money all around?
Yeah.
You guys got stuffing it into their pockets, and that's how we decide the shares.
So you would like that?
Most
you think
fair
that
way.
would be
Absolutely.
You think that's the most fair way?
Yeah, for sure.
To put somebody in a glass
you
cage of
you
money?
imagine your best players have the best hand-eye, so they'll catch the most dollars, so it'll all break out even.
I can't imagine.
That's why I should
Poor
be in the
Reese.
locker room.
That is it.
Oh, Reese is going to come out with $0.00.
I mean, seriously.
Sorry, buddy. No, you played. You hit some big home runs.
Now, look,
we'll see you next year.
He'd be somebody that would get a full share.
Oh, 100%.
Guaranteed. But $300,000, that's a pretty amazing, it's an amazing total.
It's a nice payday.
That's unbelievable. Now, would you bet on next year's? Now, our friend Ryan Spader, I don't know if you know Ace of Spader, if you follow him. Ryan had bet on futures for the Phillies to win the World Series. A $1,776 bet would have won him $64,000.
Nice payday.
See,
he cashed that out?
No, he did not.
Come on.
He didn't cash
Yikes.
it out.
All right.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, cash that.
That's really not good. That's a bad one to pass over there.
Yeah, I'm always a pro cash out, pro hedge your bet. Do whatever you got to do. Don't be greedy and try and hit the whole big thing. You made a lot of money already off.
Yeah, you made a lot.
I had a horror story cashing out. Corbett Burns, Cy Young, cashed out early on that one. And the narrative flipped in the last 2 weeks of the season when he won Cy Young.
How much you give up?
A lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
What
not
am I?
great.
I'm looking at you've got me thinking about it right now. Now I'm looking at my Eagles bets and trying to figure out.
I have Eagles 9.5. I have the over. You think they're going to hit?
Yeah, they're going to hit this week. See, I took Eagles over 9.5. Over, did I go over 9.5, over 10.5, over 11.5?
You remember when we had that conversation back start of the season where it was like, wow, so many people are betting the Eagles to have the NFC's best record. We're like, that's kind of crazy that all that money's coming in on them.
And now look at it.
Yeah, pretty good call by the gambling public.
I have on Parks. I have Eagles to win the NFC East.
Cool.
Eagles to win over 9.5.
Lock.
Over 10.5. Over 11.5.
Lock those all in.
They're all going to win for me.
Wow.
And then there was a big parlay.
Congrats on your success.
Hurts over 3,600 and a half yards.
No idea what he's at right now.
Devontae over 850 and a half yards.
Probably going to get
I think
that.
Devontae's at like 600.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, he's probably going to get that,
That'll
especially
be
with
the case.
Goddard out.
Hurts, though, the 3,600. What if things break their way and they get to shut people down? Then that screws you.
They won't get to shut people down because Dallas will be too close.
So you don't think any of that's coming?
Nope. There
boy.
ain't rest coming for the Birds. You're going to have to play the whole way.
Oh, wow. That's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun.
Your rest will be the bye week when you win the 1 seed.
That's going to be great. There's so much excitement to be there's so much to be excited about. And a number 1 seed is the best in sports. There's no better advantage in pro sports. You win the number 1 seed, you're sitting there going, I got 2 home games and I'm going to a Super Bowl?
I believe the last time the Eagles were the top seed in the NFC, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that happened.
2017, I want to say.
Now, I saw them be the number 1 seed before, and it didn't happen.
But did they get there?
No. No. I did. I saw that. I saw Andy Reid have quite a few of them.
It couldn't have been a complete collapse at home.
Andy Reid was. I'm never going to. I'll always love Andy Reid. But I'll always think
forgive him at this point.
They missed a few putts.
Yeah, of course they did.
They
But
really did. They
a
missed.
lot of teams do. Imagine being Buffalo losing 4 straight in the Super Bowl. Like it happens. It's
Imagine having a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I love that one.
We got 1, and we're on our way to 2.
It is 1:33 in the afternoon. I'd be like, oh, it's 28-3. If it's 2 in the afternoon, you can rub it. That's going to be the worst. That's the worst loss ever. That is the worst loss anyone has ever suffered.
The worst loss ever so far.
What, you think it's more's coming?
Oh, there's always another one.
28-3 in the Super Bowl?
There's always another one, Johnny. That's why they
you
play the
can't.
games.
With a minute 9 to go in the third quarter, 28-3.
Yeah, before
There's nothing. There's nothing that comes close to that.
Warriors blew a 3-1 lead against the Cavs
with injuries and stuff being a part of it. That's different.
No, Draymond just
28-3. You just lost a game where
Warriors lost 3 of them.
I would still screenshot some of my comments as I was at the Bellagio and I was getting texts going, all right, Tuesday morning, you're going to be down at Centennial Olympic Park. Do you have any fear of the tower? Because we're going to put you up in the tower for they started the parade, the station had all the parade plans.
Violation.
And they had to. They got to make plans.
Don't tell anybody. Keep the plans locked in a manila folder.
Said, why couldn't it have waited till after the game? Like you just say, just don't jinx it.
Yeah, don't send you the text. You can make the plans, but don't
make
inform.
The plans. Right. But they wanted to make sure that because this tower was like huge and high, and it was one of those metal scaffolding like towers they put together.
Gotcha.
And they were like, some people would not get up in it. I'm like, it would be a Super Bowl parade. You get up in it.
Yeah.
You deal with the
hang me out of a hot air balloon if you want.
You deal with the ramifications. Connor, you hate parades. Just to sum up today, you do hate parades.
Love championship parades. Hate every other kind of parade. Kick rocks.
Every other kind. He hates every other kind of parade. A 4th of July parade you hate?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Get out of here. Take your balloons and fireworks. And
have a barbecue.
Yeah,
Can we all say it together?
Fireworks.
Screw you, England.
Parades suck.
By the way, where I found out that Birmingham, where my nephew lives, Anthony's show, his favorite show, Peaky Blinders.
Heard of it?
Is from, it's supposed to be Birmingham.
Yeah.
But I guess they were a show. I did not know that.
Yeah, and like
so you know
back,
it?
Though. Yeah, Peaky
But do you know the
show?
show?
Yeah, of course.
Is it good?
It's incredibly popular and a very, very
people
good show.
love it.
Is it good?
Yes.
You like it?
Awesome show.
Okay.
Tommy Shelby's one of the great TV characters.
I might have to check it out then.
Watch
Okay. Hey, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partners, the Davis CPA Group, and make a donation today to the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. Great job, Ray Dunn. Haley, love you. You're awesome. Connor, not bad, buddy.
Thank you.
Not bad. We'll be back on Monday with the John Kincade Show, but Sunday, join us for the pregame show live from the Victory Beer Hall. The entire JK Show crew and Jamie will be there Sunday at 3, special time. Have a great Friday. D is going to help carry on this afternoon, and Tyler. Should be a great, great day. Don't miss it.
The John Kincade Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Get more kicks out of every World Soccer match with FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge.